Let's go ahead, agenda stand approved as presented. Let's go ahead and open up the meeting.
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, May 6th, 2025, 11th day of the April term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment at the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding commissioner, Mark Larson, North District Commissioner, Kelly Merritt, Henry County Clerk. Absent, Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner. At 9 a.m., Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The agenda was approved as presented. The minutes from the Thursday, May 1st, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Stone seconded the motion. Motion carried. The closed minutes from the Thursday, May 1st, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Stone seconded the motion. Motion carried. Expenditures for the following were approved to be paid: Road and Bridge, Inmate Security, Employee Benefits, Assessor, Circuit Clerk, General County Government, Law Enforcement, GR, Jury Pay, Buildings and Grounds Commission, Recorder of Deeds. At 9:28 a.m., Sheriff Aaron Brown, Captain Hills, Lieutenant Cubulus, Sergeant Logan, Sergeant Brandt met with the commission. Sheriff Brown presented the commission with the March and April 2025 office report. Sheriff Brown shared the calls for services for the month of March were 1628 and April 1535. The average daily inmate population was 96 in March and 99 in April. He shared various things going on at the sheriff's office. Captain Hill shared that the number of suicides locally have tripled in what it has been in years past. He shared that 988 is a crisis hotline, not just for suicide intervention, that anyone in a crisis situation can call that number and find someone to talk to. He shared of the concerns and what the sheriff's office is doing to reach out and be present in our community to share resources and awareness for those in a crisis situation. Sergeant Logan shared the road patrol overview and the operations of the road crew. He shared training that deputies have been participating, such as CIT, crisis intervention training, Handle with Care Missouri initiative, wellness program growth, as well as others. He then shared the stats for arrests, contracts, traffic stops, citation issues, and reports filed within the county. Captain Hill stated that we have again applied for grants through MoDOT to help with traffic enforcement. He also said that they are asking MoDOT for some grant money to update the county's radar units. Sheriff Brown went over the operations at the detention center. The fingerprinting machine at the detention center has been destroyed by an inmate, and that has been fixed, and the system is now fully operational. He shared that they are doing a lot of training across the entire department. Lieutenant Cubulus shared that the investigative unit was assigned with 14 active cases for the month of March. Those include death investigations, crimes against person, theft and stealing offenses, as well as fraud and financial crimes. He shared that they are actively working on organizing and managing the department's evidence and storage area. Lieutenant Cubulus wants to see his office expand into narcotics investigations as well. Courthouse security is functioning as well as to be expected. The number of visitors coming in and out of the courthouse was over 3,100 for March and over 4,100 in April. Sheriff Brown shared that there are 5 municipalities with contracts with the sheriff's office and that each city has different needs and different contracts. Captain Hill shared of a 700-hour basic peace officer law enforcement academy that will be held in Henry County. Sheriff Brown shared that they are working with the company on their policy and procedures. Sergeant Brandt and Sergeant Logan shared about an idea that they have using the canine training lot for an event once a quarter to allow individuals to work their dogs and learn about canine handling. Sergeant Brandt brought forth a proposal as he thinks it would be valuable for training as well as for a community engagement. Sergeant Logan shared of the participation requirement suggested proof of vaccinations, leash requirements, muzzle waivers, behavioral standards, and handler approval. Commissioner Stone stated that he does not want the public to use the obstacle training course on their own, only on specific days that the sheriff's office will be supervising. The question of insurance was brought up. There needs to be some investigation on what the insurance requirements for that would be. Sheriff Brown shared a contract from the Village of Brownington. He also shared that all 5 municipalities and the sheriff's office have been approved for the Blue Shield program. Brent with Great River Engineering gave an update on the Northwest 400 Road Bridge in White Oak Township. He shared that even with the storms and flooding, the contractors are still working and getting things done. He feels that they are still on schedule and they should meet their timeline of June 21st. He shared that they unfortunately had a break-in on the job site and several $1,000s worth of tools and fuel were stolen. The Henry County Sheriff's Office is aware of the situation. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, shared that he did not think that Henry County was going to have the $125,000 worth of store damage to get help from SEMA. He said that he believes we could if the townships would have taken pictures of damage and reported it. He shared that they will be starting and mowing and brush cutting tomorrow. He shared that Big Creek Township had 25 to 30 culverts that were going to need to be replaced. Emergency Management Director Mark Harden shared that the generator install was going to be happening today. He also stated that the final fly ash results are in. It was decided to publish the final results that were presented to the county by the third-party testing company on the county's website. Commissioner Larson shared that as a county, we need to decide what we are going to do with the results of the fly ash testing. His main concern is the water. Commissioner Stone questioned the authority the commission has. Commissioner Larson believes that the county can pass an ordinance to stop the hauling in of fly ash. He stated they needed to get with emergency management and the health department to discuss what the options are. Mark Harden shared that the area is permitted as a landfill. Commissioner Larson wants to send a letter surrounding counties about the test results. Commissioner Stone stated we needed to talk with prosecuting attorney LaCrisha Gray to see what the county can do. Mike Rozier addressed the commission regarding Senate Bill 190. He shared that he had gotten a petition together to petition the commission to put the issue on the ballot. Even if the commission passed an ordinance, he wants the voters of the county to vote on it. At 11:12 a.m., Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Commissioner Stone seconded the motion. Motion carried.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
I'll second it.
Motion been made and seconded to approve minutes as presented. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carried.
I will fix
Fix that one,
leech.
Leach?
Instead of leech, it's leash.
I will fix leech to leash.
Was you wanting to speak today?
Yes.
Good. Put your, get that cardboard. Put your name down there for us. Good. Okay, review and act on that basis. Okay. Oh, need a pen? Oh, somebody take it.
Just a few
I was
things.
gonna say, just a couple. All right, do you need this or?
Well, I better leave it on there. I think fix it.
What's the matter?
Somebody take your pen.
Oh,
There. Okay, Jesse. You do that. Leave it there.
Jim, will you stamp those approved? I fixed leach to leash.
Oh. You fixed the leach?
Yep. Thank you.
E.S. Rock, out of Holden,
That's the one down there
huh?
off of, Two
Inside,
Highway.
isn't
Is that down there by?
North of Urick.
Mhm.
Jim, you signed my,
Copies.
this report, the add-ons and abatements last week,
Yeah.
and missed signing one.
Yeah, I didn't know she gave you.
I didn't either.
And now I have, April's. I got comfortable doing March, and then
Yeah.
April's was a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
These are just the add-ons and abatements and the collector's report from the month of April.
Okay, all right, let's see.
Come on, keep them coming. As soon as you get rid of one, I'm bringing you something else. This is the agreement with Blairstown that the sheriff brought in
Yeah.
last week, but you guys didn't want to do anything with it until Jake was here.
Sweet of you.
And I forwarded you guys the email from the insurance company about the K-9 thing, so you guys got
Yes.
that, okay.
Yep.
I've seen that. They wasn't crazy about it. Okay.
I turned them sideways so you wouldn't miss
Good
it this
idea.
time. And then Rick and Scott are on the agenda for 9:30.
Yep.
so-
Hey Kelly,
Yes, sir.
you've got Jim listed on here twice for their signatures
What is
for
that?
siding in the north side, or maybe Aaron did, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Aaron's document. So it needs, I didn't look at the signature page.
Oh, you're fine.
Morning.
Good morning.
That's,
Huh?
I signed one of them, but the very back page has got,
If you wish to speak in the office today, we're gonna ask you to sign in. Are you able to see the pictures, speak real quick? Yes.
Do we don't even sign anything?
well, that's just it, that's where the, I don't know how they wanna fix the ortho.
Test?
Well, I just signed them both.
Yeah, the ones for you, list Jim's name, Northside Commissioner, Jim's name, presiding commissioner, so I don't know if the paperwork needs to be,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it should be on both of them.
yeah, it's just a typo. I just don't know if they wanna fix it before.
Yeah, she may, oh
So
God,
a lot of
guess
signatures
what, it's
already on
already been signed by them.
I've seen that.
This way.
Are these two part of the same deal?
Oh, he's got Rick
I wasn't
Watson on
here
there
when
too.
Kelly,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
this
This
is
is-
application,
This is, one is the application, that's just stuff that needs to be in it.
okay,
Kind of
perfect,
fill it out.
alright, thank you.
And actually, I'll give both of you guys, I went in and talked to Scott first. I've got something written up. But what I did is I asked Scott about it. He said he thought it looked all right, took it to Rick, because I
Hey, Ann, it's
didn't
Kelly.
want to, like, date-wise.
Right.
So.
Commissioners will just go in over this.
Is he on board with it? They like it?
Yeah,
Or
but
they
I,
wanna add anything?
well, that's what I told him. I said, you need to look at it, Jim needs to look at it,
Yeah.
and see if there's any, I think I covered everything, but.
I haven't, I have not had a chance.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's been
But
chaotic.
that should, but date-wise is what I was concerned about, because I didn't want to put a date down, like you had to do something by this time, and then they couldn't meet it. And that's why I asked them. And when I talked to Scott, actually, one of them's got Scott's name. Here, Jim, I got one too. I got what you have.
Pass
Yeah,
this
it has
one down to
an
you,
insurance
that's what
representation,
Mark
and
says
Jake
he's got
Bradley's
written out
office
to talk
picture,
to.
and Jim Stoneman.
Thanks, Rick.
It's just typo. Well, you
Just
know.
wanted us to see it.
I just went through and took what Rick had done,
Talk to or what it is
and
now.
then Camden County, Benton County. and
Okay,
somebody else.
sounds good.
Oh,
Jim, I
Okay.
got one for you, I just gotta find it.
Sounds good. Thank you. Hey,
Yeah.
on that, I
Yeah,
sent that
okay.
title and stuff.
Now,
This
Mark,
one's good, it's actually
you
got,
check on whether we can go
Yesterday.
further back
I didn't get
than
your email.
just
My computer's been down. I haven't had access to it.
he told me,
I can
we
understand.
could, but because we
I can't believe they
use
didn't
whoever
export
is
one.
our
It's
IT
the
thing,
software.
that's as far as they can go
Yeah,
back.
but I thought when it freezes, that's when it was frozen.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
when it
Okay, well,
freezes, then
if you need me to do something else
I
with
think
that,
we
let me
need to
know.
talk to
Thanks
the
for
software.
The soft, yeah, because they told Rick that,
So you
Alright,
can't. how
sounds
come
good.
when
they can't do
Thank
it.
you.
Travis saw them down there, all the
You're not
meetings I
designing
went
the
to,
software.
you could
Yeah,
change.
yeah, we can, it's just the software, they can't. So we'd have to change software, which means it would mess.
We just need to see if it's something that they
They
can
can
adjust
actually-
on their
right.
side, otherwise we may be in a.
Stuck at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm
why,
telling you,
you'll see that I left
hear-
24, and
I
I
hear
didn't
more,
know.
I hear more stuff about that than I do anything else.
Right, right.
And that's because of this system.
And to be fair, it should be, you know,
Yep.
that's a valuable, I mean, it's a concern.
Aaron told me just to,
Put a line to it initially.
yeah, white, just cross
Write it out.
through it and then go ahead and have Mark sign on that line.
Yeah.
And then I'll sign on the
I
bottom
found
line.
it years ago.
That way we
I got
don't have to
3
redo the
pages.
whole thing.
We'll let you know. That's all.
I'll let you answer that if you need to. Nice.
See what I can hear.
The date.
They fixed it.
Yeah, they crossed the name out and printed yours underneath it. Aaron said I'd go through that.
Let's see if we can figure something, anything you think
Yeah.
might be missing.
Sure. Signed both of them. I just didn't look at them.
Okay.
I sent the first 4 office holders
I
a
wonder-
message that they were supposed to be here at 9:30.
Yes, what'd they say?
I haven't heard anything yet, but
I thought Scott was going, leaving for a while. When I was walking in, he was
Well, we
going,
need to go through it.
yeah.
Decide then what we're doing. And jump in.
they may have forgot they were on the agenda.
I think his son was graduating or something from 8th to 9th grade. Or,
Oh.
Yeah, they're having possibilities. Okay.
I'm at Josh's 8th grade promotion.
That's right.
Scott just texted.
He's what?
He said his son's 8th grade promotion.
Is Rick around to where we can push both of them back a half hour or to an hour?
Well, it's 60 on the senior tax.
Well, we got 2 people, looks like. want to
Yeah.
talk. We go to them.
Y'all don't have to sit around for any longer.
I saw a lot of checks going through there.
Oh, yeah. A lot of checks go through here.
I put a cap on income. And every year, you have to find what you do.
You have to sign that, well, you have to sign it every year anyway. Every year. They like to do it every year, it's kind of a routine. I think if they really want to hold.
Oh, the other item of things I have to report, our audit is final.
Oh, yeah.
And I do have, I'm gonna email it to you when I can, or drop it in there, but I do have a hard copy here for you. If you guys, I went ahead and printed one out if you guys want to
When are
see
they
it.
gonna come on protest?
I don't know,
We're waiting to hear back from Rick, right? Or you're talking about the audit still?
the audit is
Okay.
final.
I mean, they always come in
I don't know,
and talk about it.
Oh,
I don't know that there was a plan to, not
Do you-
the financial auditors do, or when they do a
Well,
state
we do
audit.
the other 2. I've had both of
I
them.
don't know.
Maybe it's because we wasn't good. How do we do?
From what's been going on here.
Huh?
Did you look at how we done?
Yeah,
Was it-
we knew we was gonna get on
We
that
had to,
CIFA, that
yes.
schedule.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That one we're
That's
always
all
digging
I'm
on
worried
because
about.
we never couldn't figure it out.
Anything in yellow is questions.
I just put that together.
That's why it's in yellow.
Yeah, no,
Jim,
that's-
I don't think I did Jim's.
Do I need to make a
no.
copy? I got colored copies.
Yeah,
Maybe, is your, yeah, his may be.
it's got little yellow
Okay.
tabs on the side, just not the question marks like you got on here.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Okay.
Jay, can I see yours
There's
so I
one.
can have one to look at what he's questioning and just so I
Just
can.
copy.
Yes.
Just copy.
I'll just-
See, I'll send it down to you.
Here, we'll just make it.
So the yellows are the questions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just wanna see what you're looking at.
Well,
Mine actually lost one.
okay, so
It seems like it lists everything out where it's pretty explanatory, doesn't it?
I think it is.
I mean, I think we'll be throwing a curveball or two.
Once you get into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll have to adjust it then, but just because of not knowing going
Yeah.
forward, of course, you know.
Yeah, cause it's actually, it's got everything Rick had in it. And then it's got,
same.
it's got everything that Rick wrote in his.
Yeah.
But then I took some stuff out of, he actually gave me Boone and
See,
somebody else.
I also have
Stoddard.
booms.
Yeah, Stoddard County.
Yeah.
But I had taken some out of Camden, I took some out, I think there's some stuff out of Bates too, if I'm not mistaken. But it should have everything in it, it's just,
All of it, right?
yeah, it's just, there was like dates on it that I was like, that's kind of a Rick and
Well, I mean, the
Scott
dates
issue.
for like,
Oh, did you get it? Boy, that's quick.
annual, the collector shall annually complete a list. That's not for us to decide, but that's, yeah.
I figured they'd know better.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, now,
Logan and
yeah,
the K-9 cops are gonna come up. When I talked to Sheriff Brown on the phone, he said they're gonna come up here and talk to you about that waiver.
Okay.
So they'll be up here about 10 o'clock. They're not on the agenda, but when I called you. Rick has not responded.
January,
Ask some questions.
so you might as well get, yeah, we could.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
I feel bad for those that have to sit there and listen to this mumble.
Jesse? Yeah. We got, okay, well, I'll just start down the list. Okay, Jesse, we'll go ahead and start off with you.
All right,
Yeah.
my name's Jesse
Yeah.
Phillips, and I heard the
Yes.
clerk mention SB 190 at the end of her minutes, and I just wondered where Henry County was on the progression of SB 190 and the future of it.
We're working something up right now, honestly.
So it's in the works,
It is in the
It's in the
works.
works.
and will it probably happen?
Oh, it's,
It's gonna go through.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yes, we're trying to get it to where start accepting applications
As soon as
pretty
we get
directly,
the,
right?
yeah, as soon as we get the ordinance passed, is my
ordinance, we get-
understanding.
We do have a couple questions we gotta find out about before finalizing it, but other than that, yes.
Okay, it's gonna happen.
Wonderful, thank you
Yeah.
for the good news.
You're welcome. Sorry it's taking so long.
How many of the
Yeah.
100 counties in Missouri have already ratified it?
There's 40,
Right now, it's- I think it's
47?
46,
I
46.
think it's 47,
Something.
something like that.
46, yeah.
How many counties do we have?
118.
118, so.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right. Okay.
I feel bad for Jesse. I was, I should have asked pretty soon.
All right,
Have
Carol,
a good one.
come on up.
Hello, ma'am. It's nice to finally meet you and see you in person.
Oh, believe me, I've taken him to task more than once.
It's okay. I'm still here.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
That's it.
I appreciate the phone call, the heads up that you were gonna have this on the agenda. Bang.
I've been in Minnesota the past week. I didn't even know it was on the agenda. So
Did
my
you read-
apologies.
The minutes are online.
I know, man.
That's where I found it at.
I know. I haven't had a chance to look. My apologies.
I'm here over SB 190 or 756.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm 78. I've got to qualify in there someplace. You know, I'm a widow, and everything in my budget has gone up. I don't say that I shouldn't pay some taxes, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't want a tax increase. What do I have to do? I mean, I didn't vote for a 4-day school week either. And if you guys are tuned in nationally, only 1 in 3 kids in the 4th grade and 1 in 3 kids in the 8th grade can read and write. But we're pushing them through. So what are you guys gonna do? What questions do you have? What's holding up?
Well, one that I know of for sure is some dates. We just want to make sure our dates are proper on here.
What do you mean dates?
Like what year we can actually freeze upon, and then the dates that collection time.
I'm not,
Collecting for the
when they're
car
eligible?
collector and assessor.
Yeah, we've got to figure out what day you qualify. Not you qualify, but if you just turned 62, whether we put it at the first of the year, we put it at June, July, whatever.
how about your birthday? That'd be easy.
Well, no, that,
What was the 29th of December?
yeah. So that, I mean, I think, I'm not gonna speak out of turn here, but I think we're leaning towards January 1. It would kick in, because I think that lines up, after talking to Rick, and he can verify it, that lines up with the way everything else rolls. But there was that, whether we can go back to 24 to set that as the date that it doesn't go up anymore. We've got an issue because our IT stuff, the company apparently that we use is like over the top busy. They're not sure that they will be able to handle it to be able to go back to 24. And I'm honest, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not doing this justice explaining it. So it may be 25 is the year that we stop it at.
How many seniors do you think that this is going to, I haven't done the demographics, but I know how to do that. How many seniors do you have in Henry County?
I couldn't tell you, honestly. I
You can
had,
find that online. However,
right,
sometimes the numbers are like a year or two old. You can't always,
Yeah.
you know, can't always get the truth.
right. I mean, there's gonna be qualifications for it. I mean, you're gonna have your taxes paid. There's various things.
Are you gonna cap income? Benton County did.
I don't think you got it listed on there for capping. I don't think that's on there.
No.
No.
I mean, can I ask you why you would want to cap income?
I don't. but
Okay, I was
I'm-
gonna say, 'cause I wouldn't either. I mean,
Well,
because now
I
you're
think they
picking and
cap-
choosing.
I think Benton County, I could be wrong,
Right,
because I got a lot of friends that live in Warsaw. I got a lot of friends who live a lot of places. I think they capped it at 25,000, and I'm saying, who in the hell can live on $25,000?
yeah, I mean, I don't personally, and like I said, that'd have to be decided between all of us. Personally, I don't want to cap anything, because in my mind, you start doing that, you're picking and choosing. And if you said you were 78?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Proud,
so-
and proud to make it that
Okay,
far.
there you go. Hey,
Hey,
I'm
I've
with you.
raised 8 kids and got 23 grandkids. Seen
Right.
it all, heard it all.
But if you're 78 and you make $100,000 and somebody else is 65 and they make $200,000, it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever.
I
It-
try
it-
and live
it
on my
should be-
social security and stay in the budget.
Right,
And I'm gonna
right.
tell you, everything everything in my budget has gone up. And you maybe, and I'm guessing, only because you're a little shiny, a little gray, it's an assumption.
I know what you're talking about. I'm
Well, at age 75, they double your vehicle insurance. It's like, I have no claims, I have no tickets, I'm a low mileage driver, I'm driving a 7-year-old vehicle that's got 24,000 miles on it. Hello?
Yeah.
My premium for full coverage, $976 for 6 months. I mean, it's tough to live on Social Security on a budget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this will help some.
Some,
Yep. I mean, trust me, if it was up to me, taxes would be a thing of the past. I mean,
well, my
We seem
chemo's
to
trying
make
to
it
do
before
that
World
now,
War
no
II
income
comes
tax, but there's a trade-off. Let's roll the taxes over on labor. I'm telling you, I am so
Okay.
disgusted with the Republican Party, and I have been a voting Republican for 50 years. I have missed one election, I think I was in the hospital having a baby, so I think that qualifies
That
okay to
definitely
miss.
qualifies.
Yeah,
catch you a
And,
little
uh,
slack for that one.
well, but I mean, they're getting so, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth.
Sure.
And it's not right. And they've not been that way. And I'm saying, why have they changed? I mean, we're gonna say whatever we have to say to keep our job.
They don't live by the same rules we do. I mean,
Well, I
they've
saw
been-
in your minutes that Mark Alpert was down, and I guarantee you, he was here for the photo op. Have you ever looked at his newsletter? It looks like a second grade primer. It's all pictures and very little substance. And he wouldn't even do a town hall. But Marjorie Taylor Greene could. Do you see my frustration?
Oh, no, I totally understand it, trust me.
Well, I'm thinking, when I leave the meeting, if I don't get a satisfactory answer, which I have gotten, I'd call the Democrats and say, where do you want me to volunteer? And believe me, I am a force to be dealt with. My church, which is not in this town, has 1,100 people on the rolls. Do they all come? Yep. You'll see more of them at Christmas and Easter. However, I know half of them. I ran the church pantry for almost 2 years. I think I carry a little weight there. They all know me. I would tell them, get on your Facebook. I said, you don't want to make any accusations, nothing they can bring back. Start asking questions. Just put it out there on your Facebook. Ask questions. Things like, are you happy how your county commissioners are? I said, just create a little doubt. I said, we voted them in and we can vote them out.
I'm 100% with you.
I'm telling you, I'm a mean old woman, but I got this way from all these kids and grandkids. And being a widow and having people lie to me when they do work on my house, and they tell me, oh yeah, and then I find out thousands of dollars later, oh no.
Mhm.
Well, who does a senior call? I had my deck taken off, had a little back porch put on. I wanted to be able to go out there in my nightgown with a cup of coffee and my Bible. They didn't seal the windows. I got more bugs out there than I got in the yard. I cannot go out there. It's pitiful. Got a lot of steps. I said, I want treated lumber. I don't want something that rots. Gotcha. So I go out the side door of my back porch to go down my steps with my little dogs, and I almost fall through a 4-foot landing. Guess what? Wasn't treated. And he's long gone. And I'll tell you the same thing I told Mr. Barkley, and then I will close and leave. I know my Bible very well, and I do have a smart mouth and sometimes a bad attitude. Makes me human. But there is a scripture in the Old Testament that says if you cause any widow any harm, I think it's in the book of Exodus. It goes way back, but God never changes. He doesn't change his mind. It says if you cause her any harm and she cries out to me, I will hear her and I will answer. I know where to go if I feel that I've been wrong. And believe me,
Place.
I prayed that guy that did my back porch out of business. Took me a year. Wasn't a day, wasn't a week, wasn't a month. But he's not in business anymore. And he had been in business in Warsaw for almost 20 years. He had a pretty good reputation. His wife has left him. His church has shunned him. I'm telling you, things didn't go well for him. You don't want me praying for you. If you have anything on the minutes and that's your job,
Yes, ma'am.
you know my phone number
I do.
and you know my email
I
address.
do. Got it right here. Written on somewhere.
He's
I
on
know
your
it's on
list.
my
Did you
email.
call cops on me?
He's on your list.
Did I?
And by the way, they're on the second floor, not the third floor.
That was my fault. I apologize. Yeah, I was, the jury trial, I was focused on that and I said third floor instead of second.
Okay. We're going. Have y'all got your stuff for you? K-9?
Yes, sir.
I didn't see it.
No.
Yeah, I just gave them all a copy this morning.
Yeah, we got a copy.
Here's another copy.
Thank you.
Now we got two.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Is this similar with your insurance, the insurance letter?
Yes.
Yeah.
As we discussed last time we were here about a community outreach with a K-9 day and using the equipment, the insurance said that it was okay, and there is a copy of the liability that we would have them, liability waiver we would have them sign to participate. Just needing your guys' approval to go forward.
I'm good with it.
Actually, I think most of us have signed it,
Yeah, yeah.
so I think
You
it's
need to
good.
sign? Yeah, I think we all.
Okay? That's what we needed, and we'll proceed. We thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you
I
guys.
happen to have the paperwork for the last meeting,
Yeah.
the Blair's, not Blair's,
Yes.
Brownington.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's the paperwork we should.
Yeah.
That is the paperwork you sent.
Okay.
I'm supposed to send that with them. I just wanna make sure we got
Okay.
all the spots. So somebody had me sign.
Oh, here's your other papers. I set them up so.
Same thing as this. What I asked.
I don't think it hurt for them to
Just to
vote.
cover
Let me
us, I
get
guess.
this real quick and then I'll. County Clerk's
Well,
office, this is Kelly, may I help you?
Okay.
Sure. Uh-huh. Are you calling this number to get to the commissioners?
Are you
Or leave
related to
messages?
Steve?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
That's,
seven two oh
okay,
two?
I thought so. I thought so.
They are
My son
here in
was
the
the one
office
that thought
today.
about
They're only
putting
here
the
on
fence.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
The what?
They're
My
not
son was the one
here
that thought about putting the fence.
during the
I
rest of
don't
the
know if you
week, so
remember that
nobody's
or
up
not.
here to answer the phone. But
Yep,
they are here
yep.
today. If you want to speak to one of them, I can
Okay,
sure
okay,
let
I
you
thought so.
speak to
I
them.
thought that.
Sure.
How's he doing?
He's doing good.
Is it? Good. Yeah, I haven't talked to him.
This
for a while.
Jim?
Yeah.
I know he went over to Mike's and was gonna do some
Yeah.
stuff for Mike. Birds, but
Yes.
Yeah, I'll keep up with
Well,
what he's doing.
that's what we're
He's
working
all
on
over
right
the
now.
place, so.
You moved the
Back we
chair.
just
My son
had
still
some
helps
people.
him when he can.
You're out of
We
here.
were going over one and we had some, well, we had.
There will be
some
one next
to go
week.
through To get everything straightened out. No, not here, because we hadn't started yet.
I think we need to make a motion
think
on
it's got-
that to accept
tell
that.
you what,
I think
the
there needs to be a
liability.
vote on that, just so that,
probably be a good
yeah,
idea.
so.
Jake,
We don't want him to leave
see.
until you guys vote.
Okay.
You
Just
know
want
what?
there to be something
That I
official.
can't tell you, because they haven't got everything finished yet. Oh,
You guys should come watch our canines work sometime.
Pretty good.
We have some good
62,
dogs.
let's see, what's gonna
You're
talk?
welcome to put on a bicycle.
The year is 62 years.
I'll skip that one.
As of
I've
in
actually
that
seen you
year.
working out here, like driving by sometime and I'll see you out there working. I don't know which one of y'all it's been. And we'll pull over and watch for a little.
Is that
Done
person's
that 3 or
name
4
on the deed?
times.
Okay. That'll be the one that's, and then something
So
happens to
what the
that
motion is
person.
going to do
The
is
next
to allow the
person,
sheriff's
they're not
office to put on the
62,
community
then it
outreach
goes away.
K-9 day, so that takes care of that.
That's how it works.
And approve the waiver,
makes more
the liability release waiver.
Soon as we get everything kind of situated here, we've got some questions, we're gonna have a meeting day about it, working on things. Yeah, the deadline, I don't know. On the deadlines, it's not gonna be like if we do it this year, is there a certain time it's gotta be done this year?
Not if we're only freezing 25.
No, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, yes. But they got theirs going. And ours, they said, because ours, the way it sounds, gonna have to be 25. So that's what, because of the doing that.
You want this one back, Mark?
You can keep
Right,
it.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I got
Anyway,
one.
but we always,
As long as I got one, and I got
I
one.
didn't know you had some notes kind of written down.
Well, that,
We have a copy.
just take it in and read it.
okay.
I would like for you guys to, and I'm gonna read it so that, make a motion to allow the sheriff's office to put on the community outreach K-9 day and approve the liability release waiver presented. That way there's a vote on it, they're clear.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion been made and seconded to put the K-9 in training on it. Voice roll call, Mark,
Yes.
Jake,
Okay.
yes.
Jim, yes. Motion carried.
There you go, fellas.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I stepped out. We could have handled that. Well, I just couldn't hold it any longer.
Okay, yes.
We went out and started on, Northwest 100 Road in Davis Township, putting the guardrail on that one bridge that Greg Smith was wanting. We're out there doing that today. We got caught up on putting in culverts. Waiting to hear back from some other townships that are needing some culverts put in. Next Tuesday, you guys will have bid openings for 6-inch channel for the bridge. Otherwise, everything's been plugged along. Our mowers are out mowing tree limbs and stuff. Brush hog's been out, started mowing. He's gonna be down the rest of this week. He had a sister pass away, so he's taking bereavement time and a vacation day the rest of this week. Otherwise, I don't have anything else. Mark, you got anything for me?
Nope.
Jake?
Nope.
Jim?
How's that new mower with the mulcher head working?
Working good.
Do you like it better than the other one, or?
It don't leave as bigger chunks out there on the roads and stuff.
Okay,
It seems to be doing pretty good.
okay. I'm just curious. That's all right. All right, thank you.
Kelly, I know
Yeah.
yesterday Scott Largent called you about a road concern down there in Osage Special. Or maybe it was Amy you talked to.
Wrong Kelly.
I don't know what all this means, but anyway, I went down, looked at it, and just so you're aware, Jake, Osage Special is working on some of their Cart Rock roads.
Uh-huh.
And instead of pulling the dirt up out of the ditch and bringing it onto the road, he rolled everything on the back slope out of the ditch. So I guess there's a person down there that's very unhappy. So Kelly and Amy explained to him first he needs to go to the township, and if you don't get it resolved there, then get a hold of the commission and then eventually trickle to me. But I've already went down and looked at it. That's what it is they've rolled the dirt on the back slope. And I've taken pictures if you wanna see them.
Okay. they've done that for a while though. This isn't the first time they've done that, right?
Sometimes they do it that way, sometimes they pull it out on the road, it just depends,
Okay.
on what they're doing.
We'll see we'll see how it goes.
So, that's all I have.
What
Kelly, you got
road?
anything?
What road were you putting guardrail? Where was you putting guardrail? I missed that one.
Guardrail, it's going on northwest 100 in Davis Township.
And your bid opening is at 10 o'clock next week.
Yep, Tuesday.
That's the 20th, is that right?
Just
I have been without my computer, remember when we talked last week and they said yes.
Yeah, you keep
Next
saying
Tuesday's the
it's got a-
20th.
She's down.
You keep saying it's taking a sick day. I think you're just using that as an excuse.
I will not be here for the bid opening on Tuesday. So anything that you get or you need, you might email Amy, CC email, or CC Amy in it also. So just in case, that way she has access to it as well, because I'll be at conference Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Conference.
I know. Those required training hours.
20, y'all have 20 hours too?
Mm-hmm.
So you got anything for me?
I don't.
Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. All right,
Just wanna make sure. I get-
Charlie, did you want to talk to Dave?
No, I'm just watching.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. We had the sheet up here, I thought very check. All right. Did we hear anything from Rick? or-
Rick has not responded.
Well,
Tuesday, or Thursday, June 5th at 10 a.m. Great River wants to have the bid opening for Southeast 91 Road.
June 5th.
FYI,
I'll put it on the calendar. What time did they say?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And then did you guys decide whether
Hey,
you're gonna
Richard.
meet Thursday or not?
Oh,
If you're not gonna meet,
I'm-
we should let Dennis know so he
I'll
doesn't
tell you
show
what,
up.
Mark, cause I'll need to leave, cause it starts at what, 10 o'clock? On mine.
I gotta go to
Not
the
my
case.
meeting.
No, I got, huh? Yep. Okay.
It's the last time we didn't meet, but we need to.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing on the agenda, as Kelly said.
There is nothing on the
think,
agenda. I just figured you might as well tell Dennis that you weren't meeting if you weren't not meeting.
I vote not to vote. They're meeting next Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
This Thursday?
This Thursday,
Yeah, I agree with that. This Thursday.
This Thursday too.
or next Thursday, or the Thursday after that, no.
Just meet whenever we got something come up.
I gotta be there at 11:30. We're supposed to be. At that board meeting.
I gotta be there with Jim.
Yeah,
Well,
you guys were before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I want,
we'll let you know, Dennis. Let's wait and see about the Seniorville,
somebody.
if we've got to meet and talk with Rick and Scott that day instead.
Even if they
Well,
show
we'll,
up, don't mean
we
I'm gonna
don't
show
have
up.
enough time.
Yeah.
Cause we start, hold up, let me get the email.
But you
But I'll
said-
take it. There's our son, Brett, here's Dylan's, tag me. Here, Jim. Thursday, May the 15th, 9 a.m.
Oh, so you won't have time to,
You won't have,
No.
I mean, cause Jake and I'll both be gone and marking, well, he can set up here, I guess. You wanna
he's
come
got
up?
a meeting at 11:30. He said no thanks.
Well, you go,
I gotta be there at 11:30, so
but anyway,
Okay, so commissioners are not meeting on Thursday.
all right.
Sounds like a plan. I got my way again on that vote.
Cause we gotta,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
call you
be,
next time I need
we have to
something.
be over there
better
at
than
9, so,
Yeah,
cause they're wanting to try to do everything in the morning over there.
well, that'd be good. Okay. All right.
Alright, then I'm gonna go, we need to, start this here.
I'm gonna pop down and
I
see how
wonder-
Amy's coming with payroll.
Sounds good.
Alright,
Drop these checks off, check in on Rick and see if he's alive since he hasn't texted me back.
Okay.
maybe he's in the hospital. I'm gonna,
He
I'm
could
gonna
be
run.
busy, I mean, that,
Hey, Kelly,
yes, sir.
do you have any whiteout down there?
I do, I'll bring you some.
Thank you.
I thought,
I've been meaning to grab some, I just keep forgetting.
I think she was gonna bring it up to you.
Do I have to be at that? It's the Kazinger full commission meeting, the
Again, if you
15th.
want. Whoa, sorry?
It's on the 15th.
Yeah, that's Thursday.
Yeah, this is,
I think you're more than welcome to be there.
well, if I don't have to.
I think you're mainly, one you gotta go to is the TAC.
TAC.
Yeah.
Well,
Same,
no, I don't go to the TAC.
oh, it's not the TAC, it's the casing.
It's the
Or
case.
the West, shoot, I don't know, I'm so,
Yeah, they got me screwed. I got the Quad Lakes at 11:30,
okay.
but this is saying, yeah, this will be at 10 o'clock after the TAC meeting. Your TAC meeting's at 9, so I think I am supposed to be there. Or otherwise they wouldn't have sent it, I don't think.
Guess it was.
Oh, we need to look up John Prince's number, or John, he owned. Senior Center's board. Now, point somebody.
Who's
What
leading?
is that?
John French, I think.
So I think it's John Prince. He's on the board right now, or was. Let's see. Where's that board? Okay, oh yeah. There's, other areas. Where's our? Did she put, y'all got a copy of the darn sheet of all, everybody?
I got a township officials.
Yeah. You have, no, not townships.
I got special.
I want cities and all the special, all the stuff we do.
Oh,
I need to start bringing my iPad too, yes, because I got all that right there. I thought she sent an email to us with all that Kelly did. Let me get-
You look, is that John French's number?
Yep,
French?
French, John French, not
Oh,
that.
but she said Prince.
Well, French is, I think,
I got it someplace.
The
I
one
had
that's in
it.
charge of the health.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, for-
Yeah, I got him right here, John French. Works for us, And she has got anything down in that. I'm gonna get a hold of Kelly. I wanted to cheat though. Where's, didn't you send us an email with everybody on there?
I
Remember?
think so. I thought she-
Thought you did too. Kelly, did you send us an email with all the special, everything, all the committees that we've appointed and everything?
It's on the,
And you have- Is it on there?
spreadsheet and Teams. The countywide officials. About 20 minutes.
Countywide?
Somebody can be here.
Countywide? I got township document, township information. Other various documents.
I don't remember what we called it.
Only, there we go. Copy of mileage, car distribution. Huh? Find it?
Other various documents.
Well, I know you sent it.
I thought I did too.
I got it on my iPad.
It's probably not up to date on your.
No, but I bet I got a copy of it.
Did I just cut the townships out? I did.
I think
Okay.
you did.
Hold on, give me a second.
But John
I'll drop it in
French.
there.
I guess what's the dates? That's right, after. He's.
Is that senior center
Yeah,
services?
mhm.
Yep. It's a 4-year term, so it'd be up in 2029.
4-year term. And it starts when? He's,
It should have already
yeah,
started.
it should have started when? April? Ah,
It says same as the election, so.
Yeah, let me call
But I already spoke with Paula and she is.
She
willing.
will?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go ahead and appoint her.
Who left?
Nobody, their term expired.
Oh. They just didn't run again?
It's not a run, it's an
Oh.
appointment by you guys.
Okay.
She's the treasurer. You're talking about the senior tax court.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, John,
Guess
this
it's
is
Paula
Jim Stone, Henry County Commissioner. If you could give me a call back, if you get the message, thank you. Bye.
Paula who?
Kinder.
Kinder.
Paula Kinder.
She's already on there. She
Well, is
said-
Rick still a chairperson on that?
Bill Toll is the
Huh?
chair. Bill Toll is the.
Bill Fuller is the chair?
Bill Toll, yeah.
I don't have his number. Okay,
Is somebody stepping down, or are you just reappointing?
Just reappoint.
just reappointing John French if I can.
Who?
I thought you said Paula.
And Paula.
And Paula. Paula's up too, Kinder. She's on the board.
John French wasn't on the board,
He wasn't?
not when I left.
We have him on the board. He's apparently been appointed at some point in time.
Yeah, he was appointed one time.
Well, I was never on that board at the time I was chairing it.
Well, forget that.
I know Bill wants to get Peggy Boyles on.
Yeah, I knew he was wanting to do that.
You can't forget that. He's currently on
I
the
know
board.
it. I said it not. But I'm just saying, I forget if he had never been there.
When I
Well,
left in
he has.
January, the board was, I was chairman, Paul was treasurer, Bill was vice chair, and Sandy, I can't think of her last name right now. was the-
Swanigan.
What's that?
Swanigan.
Yeah, she was
Sandy?
the secretary.
Okay.
And then there was Jane Marshall
Yeah.
and
Sam Gibbons.
Sam from Price Cutters,
No, that's John.
or John, and Sam Gibbons, yeah.
John from Price Cut. John French is John from Price Cutter.
Yeah,
That's who we're talking
John
about.
French. French.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the guy at the health center.
That's Gary French.
So my mistake.
Oh, Gary French is over at the health
Yeah,
center.
I was thinking of that one. I think that's Gary.
Now, he's not on it,
Yeah, my mistake. Yeah.
but I knew
Y'all got me all kind
they're
of.
wanting to put Peggy on there.
Yeah, Bill wanted to do
Because
that.
Bill wanted me just opening up another slot and put her on there. I said, you don't do it like that. I said, you can't do it.
Well, Paula was under the impression that John would do it, but
Yeah, well, then
she
we
couldn't
need-
speak for
we
him.
Evidently, he's been going, and Bruce evidently didn't show up at that time to see me. Okay.
It's all right, my shoulders are broad, you can lay.
You've been
lay
out,
blame on me.
I see, how long have you been out there?
I'll be right back.
How long have I
Okay.
worked?
Been gone, see?
Gone?
Wasn't
Since
that
January.
December, January?
We had a meeting in January. I opened it, went through the minutes, and then they voted in
Bill?
and signed the new officers, and then I left.
Uh-huh.
Once they had a chairman to run the meeting.
Okay. I need to move on now. Yeah, I got them all now. Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Finally hit him.
I think I was sitting too close to him.
You know, it's only really in the mornings. In the afternoons, everything on me kind of calms down.
Yeah.
I was able to drive all the way from Minnesota.
Oh, you didn't bother? Hey, if I'm driving, it doesn't bother me. Yours, man, right?
Yeah, I can see that. I didn't drink much on the way home either.
Okay, do we have anything else on there that y'all wanted to look at?
For the 190 or just
Yep,
anything?
No, 190. July the 1st application review.
I don't think so.
County Board of Equalization.
Rick's gonna grab, or Scott's gonna grab Rick on his way up. He's on his way back, so.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. Then we'll go through that.
Amy said she was able to get in, so we'll have payroll before we leave today, so.
Good, that'll be good. All right. Okay, this from the factory.
This,
Hmm?
ordinance here, it's got some good meat.
See where to start.
Seems like I've read a bunch of them, and it's
Huh?
following right along.
Where's that? Wait, I have got the first, you got the next sheet for this? The first page?
Scott's on his way back to Mark, so they'll be
Yeah.
up shortly.
Okay.
No,
You have the front page?
I mean, that's the only one I've got.
Okay, that's where,
What are you looking for?
So it's in
This
County,
one?
Missouri.
the one you handed me a while ago.
Yeah,
That's the one you give me.
It's about,
arcade skills, very
Huh?
possibly have it.
5 pages.
Okay.
It should be.
I have 6 pages.
I got 5 and the last one just Kelly.
Yeah. Are you missing this one? What has the ordinance number on it?
Yeah, I got
That's the one I'm missing.
How'd I end up with?
How'd you?
I think you got Jim's.
No, this is the copy I made. How does nobody have the front page but me, and I made a copy?
I've got the front page, I think.
Yeah, you
It's
should
got
have.
the order.
I got Kelly.
That's just 2025.
Kelly's last name on it.
That's the last one.
This is SB 190 ordinance.
Yes,
Proposed.
Yeah,
possibly.
Is that okay?
Huh?
I said you might ideally have a copy.
yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then-
Here, come grab this one.
It's missing a page.
Mine's not. You got 5 pages.
I got 5.
Kelly, you're the only one that's got 6.
Yeah. I think that's where that's where the top went. I thought, I just knew there's something on there.
and you only have 5.
I don't know.
And Kelly, somehow you
Yeah,
got your
mine's
name
on
off.
last week.
Did they take you off?
So I made a copy of Jim's. No, yours is a, yeah,
Oh, I got
6
6.
pages.
Sorry,
You
one
did?
was stuck to
Tell
the
me
other.
how to count.
Oh,
Mark's
uh-oh, I better
pages.
check mine.
Maybe it's because I wasn't
Here's
counting the
how
last
many-
one.
Hey, Mark's got- he's got
I told you
6.
you had 6.
Yeah. Sorry. You gotta watch me every now and then. Try to keep
But
you
it
on
should
your
have,
toes.
Kelly, we need to shorten something,
Yeah,
get your
Yeah,
name
go.
on there. on
well,
this one.
I'm assuming if we're
Well-
gonna work off of this one, this
Yeah.
is Mark's, this
This-
isn't mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so-
I don't, like I said, this is just throwing stuff out there.
Right.
Well, it's got good meat. I mean, you've got good meat in there, so I think it's a great start.
You making one for,
I am,
all right.
all 6 pages.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he has it in a Word document and then we can edit it or whatever
Yeah, oh,
document.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
can fix
You're
that page.
Kick them out.
Probably have lots of pages.
A little,
Coming faster than you can keep up with.
there, Kelly. Now, keep them pages for you. Puppy for catching. Okay. No fair, John fridge. Should we go ahead and nominate,
Not if you haven't, did you talk to John?
no, but you've talked to Paula.
Well, you can do Paula's, but
I guess what I was
we should
looking,
do-
yeah, we knew, I'm gonna get
So you
John.
talked
Do we gotta do 2 separate
Yeah.
motions for each one of them?
Yeah,
Or a separate motion for each one?
Mhm.
entertain motion, Paula Kinder.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Motion been made, and seconded to put Paula Kinder back on the senior center board for 4 years. Voice roll call,
Yes.
yes.
Jake, yes?
Kim, yes. Motion carried.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now we likes John.
I think we've had
Yes.
2 voters this morning.
2,
Was it put
is
out
this
there?
for the runoff?
Mm-hmm.
Is this for the runoff in
Mhm.
Calhoun?
In Davis Township.
Okay.
We have 57 vote absentee, but as far as this is actually election day, we've had 2. Those poor guys sitting down there, my election judges are.
Oh, they gotta be there.
snoozing.
I told Tom he better get him a different chair.
Was that put out on the election that you have to vote again
Yes, sir.
on what?
It was published in the newspaper. Charlie signed up to speak, by the
Oh.
way, so we might as well do that.
All right, Charlie? You
Come
go ahead
here to
and
let
get
you know that Ted refused to let me look at the books. That's the 3rd time, that's the last time. I'm gonna show up here and at their meetings until Carmen shows up. That's definitely wrong. He's violating sunshine law.
You haven't received anything in the mail?
I got something he wanted me to tell him how many pages he wanted me to copy it for him. I want to look at the book.
How do you look at the book, or how do you know what you want until you get to see the book? That's refusal. And you shouldn't even be running. You shouldn't even be on the book.
Well, that's not the question at hand right now. The question is your minutes. There's the minutes in the book. So,
I'm not even gonna get in with you.
fine.
It's a waste of time. Just like a sidekick here.
Well,
Waste of time, you too. Colin will come back.
Charlie, we really don't have any say-so over the minutes, do we? Not that I know of.
No, no.
And we don't keep the records.
We
Yeah,
don't keep records, and townships are just townships.
There's a lot of things you said you didn't have ruling over, but I found out you messed up a lot of stuff.
Okay. We're ready.
We're up.
We're ready.
We've been summoned to the principal's office here. Again.
Ah,
Didn't learn your lesson last time.
Yeah, but I didn't change my phone number.
Do you want me to
Add
give them
some
copies
questions.
of this? Do they have
Probably
copies of
need
this?
do you have copies?
no.
Yeah,
I
better.
just showed
Uh-oh.
it to them. I gave them what I showed you to
Rick,
yesterday,
Rick,
2 days ago.
Please
Friday
watch.
Sometime.
Watch.
watch.
When I, for the SB.
Printer, you got a printer
Hey.
that works?
Yeah, we're standing
Hell,
outside.
I just wanted to now don't look at the computer, just
It's
watch.
got your name written on it. You didn't take it.
I see it. But I mean, I mean, as far as, I can only speak for myself, but as far as you're concerned, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what, you just gotta tell us what to do and we'll do it. I mean, the applicant said, the homestead, 5 acres, that's fine. That's what I didn't understand. How that works. It's all fine with me, because
Okay,
that's gonna be a little,
valuation date?
well, that's, I
That's
mean,
gonna,
look, it doesn't bother me, but I don't care what it is. But it's gonna be a little bit more difficult.
And the yellows is what's in question. Is the
Yeah.
dates
Yeah.
that he's not, that's not set, he's
No,
just, that's
just
just.
ask.
No,
What would work best for you guys?
That's, yeah.
I don't,
Okay.
I mean, it, the, most recent one, just the August the 28th is fine, of the 23. And, but just know that, should that be 25? I don't know, that, whatever, but just know if you go back to the 23, which is fine, you're just gonna be, not only are you gonna be freezing them, but you're gonna be taking money out of their pockets. out of the taxing entity's pockets. It's not just gonna freeze it going forward, it's gonna say, okay, that money that you got last year, we're taking it away.
Oh, what, don't want it. What if
Don't
we
wanna do that.
Well,
put 20?
no, I mean, I just want you to know what
No.
you're doing, but that's fine. You do whatever you wanna do, and we can make it work.
Okay.
So that, does that August 28, 23 even need to be there? Because it's the latter of, on January 1st of the year, the individual became eligible. No. Yeah, that 23 needs to change to 25.
25, because that's the first year that you're gonna be able to freeze, correct?
Then it would be a freeze instead of a
Right.
plucking.
And the 28th, that's the day new laws come into effect. Is that the reason why the 28th of August was?
I don't know.
I'd have to go back and look.
I think that's generally when the laws go into effect.
So that's probably
That's when
when
it-
Senate Bill 190 came into effect.
Into
was that
effect.
day.
Right.
Okay, that was gonna be my ask. When it
Then does it
came
need
into
to be in there?
official effect.
Yes. Something needs to be in there, but it needs to
Okay.
be 25, I think. You need to look into that.
To check in on that.
I think it needs to be the date of the year that you're going to freeze,
Yeah,
Starting,
yeah, because this is the
of
first year.
25.
well,
25 is the year.
that would be the date, even though it's probably gonna be 26 before we're ready to do it.
Well, yeah,
It
it's
would
not
be-
happening until
Right,
26, but
It
the
would be-
freeze
it would
date,
use
you've
this
got to
year's
freeze the
freeze.
previous year.
That's fine.
Right.
Eligible taxpayer list. And you're gonna be the one that does all the, when's the deadline and what's all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it'd probably be best if they're eligible this year to have the deadline
Date,
December 31st. Get it away from your busy stuff. That's pretty busy.
I said if he
Well-
passed this ordinance, that then he would have until June of next year
I
to
don't
take
know.
applications. What is
Sure.
the December 31st deadline that you're talking about? I'm just trying to understand.
What are you gonna ask Jim?
trying to figure out this date.
Well, if we have the applications all due by June 30th, that gives me July and August to complete this list. And I think that's probably something the software would kick out, wouldn't it? Well,
No,
it
but
couldn't
that-
even be then because she's still accepting levies. So you don't
Until
even
the end
know,
of, yeah,
so you don't even know what the credit is. Because the entities have until the 31st to send in their levies up
of
to the
August.
clerk. And then the state auditor has to turn around and make sure that it's a legal levy.
I guess it doesn't matter what the levy, for the first year, I guess it would.
Well, for any year, because you want to know what the claim is, what the credit is. You need to know what the levy is
You need to know
this
what the
year
tax-
compared to what it was when it was
Yeah,
frozen.
because people are gonna keep turning into it.
You don't know what the tax difference is.
Yeah, which the 30th will
I
be
would say
Or do you
September
need-
30 would probably be a better day than August 31.
September 30th.
Instead of, oh, you're talking about over here on the first,
And even
What's
if you made it
the
October
valuation
31st,
date?
You have that written on the side on your paperwork.
Yeah, okay,
So,
because we were talking,
we're gonna
that's,
get
you got the
applications.
one, we were talking.
Oh, yeah.
Certain date.
No, you're good.
And you're gonna decide whether, as far as your stuff's eligible,
Page
then
4,
you're gonna have to kick
Where
stuff
are you?
over to me, and I'm gonna have to
section 5.
separate everything
Mhm.
in that short amount of time before bills go out.
right, but you won't get a whole pile by June 30th. I mean, people have all year.
What's, because the dates, literally, I mean, we may write them, but you guys are the ones, or you three are gonna be the ones doing them. Pick something that's gonna be like work in your guys' wheelhouse? I mean, seriously,
Well, but
because,
we don't even know. I mean, we don't even know what all it's gonna take, and we don't know how many people. Are we talking about 300 or 3,000?
3,000, yeah, right.
I don't know. I would say-
That's why I would give myself time.
I would say that we're looking at 2,000.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, just a ballpark number.
I think the law says that the collector has to provide the entities the number of credit. Can you bring up that? 37 or something or another, 073? No, sorry.
It should be 137.
137.
Oh, 1050, 137, 1050.
So is it just the dates were kind of in question?
That,
Yeah, because I don't know if I can provide a list, I know I can by August 31st, because she's still collecting.
I was
Right.
going to ask if that was something that was in statute, that August 31st date.
I think it's a November number, that's what I was checking.
And 137,
Hmm.
1050,
1050.
like the last one, I think.
Look at 137, 1050.
By no later than November 30th of each year.
Let's make that November 30, the statute says November 30.
And that's under section 5 administration, is that where you're at?
Yes.
it's November the 30th.
30th, that's statute.
Okay.
Okay, so what was the date you used?
So June 30, I'd like to do June 30 as the deadline, so if you make section 3 application process, make that June 30. It's just a day
June
difference,
30,
but
Section
Okay.
3.
if everybody goes, well, I have until the end of the month to get it done, then
You wanted June the 30th.
June 30.
Okay, so applications are due June 30th.
Yeah.
And then what?
Then we need to just make sure that they are resident, live in that house in R62. And then they approve it, and then it comes back, and that's when you have to do it.
What's the other November deadline?
That's when I have to create a report that shows what each entity's credit is gonna be, what they're gonna lose out on.
Okay, so on that November 30, that's just the report that you generate,
Yeah,
because the bills will already be out by then.
right.
Okay. So the bills are gonna be out before they know what they're missing. Okay, so I just wanna make sure we're all on the same page.
No. The bills will be, we'll have to have all the applications done, checked, and you'll have to do your thing before we create the bills.
Right.
Right, no, I
That
know.
shows them on the bill.
Gave me a
Correct.
yellow line.
And that'll go out, what'd you do that, September or mid-September?
I feel like there's something, there's a piece of tape or something on there that can get pulled off.
So that gives me, gives me 6 weeks to figure out.
Where at?
I don't know.
I think this is.
Are you running it yet?
Okay.
I know it's
Because
done.
it'll, the owner of record.
I feel like there's gotta be a piece of tape or something in there that didn't
All that
get.
should be on something that I can just hit a button and print.
Sure sounds like it.
Because it doesn't do it when I copy,
Shouldn't have
it's
to
only when I
create
print,
a-
so there's gotta
What
be
is it
something
this
in
year?
there. I can check it out.
Sorry?
It's
Software.
okay.
Well, yeah, there's not gonna be a credit this year. This is, we'll freeze 25. So. So,
I don't know if you needed the statute, I went ahead and
Oh,
printed
thank
out
you.
the
And
statute.
again, if we only have
Do you guys have-
3 or 4 or 500, I don't think it's a problem at all. If we have 2,500, that's gonna be, I mean, I don't know that I can get my, I guess we'll get it done one way or the other. It's a lot.
Do you need more time?
I mean,
so-
the time's not an issue. It's just that I don't know that I have the staff to do what I need to do. I mean, that's adding a whole nother layer of bureaucracy to an office that runs pretty short now. I'm not the state tax commissioner there right now. Yeah. Andy's here. She's very interested in what's going on.
on the first page, is 62 years of age or older on January 1. So that's saying that if you turn 62 on January 2nd, then you don't get the freeze that year. Is that what you want to do?
See, that, because I had when I put it there, I even, May, June, whatever, you know.
I
split
think
the
it should be
middle,
within a
whatever.
year, if you turn 62 within that year, myself.
That'd be the easiest, to go over the application process. If you turn 62 anytime in that year, even if it's.
But if they come.
If it's the 30th?
If they come in and they have to fill out their stuff,
They
we've
can't
got
fill-
a certain date, what if they turn 62 after that date? Because now when they're filing for it, they're
Yeah.
not 62.
Yeah, they're not eligible if they
They're not
apply
eligible.
prior to them turning
But the
62.
statute says 62 or older.
62 or older, so you gotta
Or
go by
older.
birthday.
So
You
then
turn
you'd have to have it.
62 in that eligible tax year.
And if it's,
Because
That's
the
put on
December
there.
31.
Look, if we're gonna do this, you might as well benefit the taxpayer and if they turn 62 anytime next year, let's put it on there.
that's
But
how
I
see
see
it.
what the question is, if they apply in January, but
Eligible
they don't turn
62
62 until June, but they went ahead and made their application process because, or July 1st, because the application process would be over by the time that they turn 62. So they're not actually eligible to apply for it,
Well,
not
they'd be-
eligible for the credit.
They would be eligible to apply for it if part of the application is, will you be 62 at some point during this calendar year?
That's
Right,
what
think
I was
that's
gonna
where
ask. Can we
where
put that
do
on
the-
there?
We need to make sure it's cohesive with the ordinance and the application of the date.
Well, I think you're gonna do the ordinance, then he's gonna use that to make the application.
Right.
So you just need to put it how you want it, which I think that would be the logical way to do it. You turn 62 next year.
Yeah. If you will be 62 by December 31st.
So instead of as of January 1st,
I like that.
62 years of age or older as of December 31st of the tax year?
Correct.
Do we need to check with somebody to see if that's kosher, or are we good with that?
No, I think you can set your date, as long as they're 62. These are the ones we gotta check with right
Okay.
here.
Did an attorney write this one?
No, actually, that was me and
Okay,
my
here's,
wife and Chase sat down.
So you took
There,
a,
well,
here's the deal on this time.
But it looks like it's bits and pieces of stuff that lawyers have written.
It's bits and pieces of different things is what it is. I just tried to find everything that I could think of,
Such tax shall be
that
considered.
we- in case we leave something out, we threw it in.
For all subsequent tax. years.
Other than, like I said, the dates, and I had no idea.
And you go back, that's why you should go back to the first. That's all you gotta do there.
Peter Gallery, ask a question.
Go ahead.
Page 3,
Up,
documentation of ownership. First bullet item, verification. Should that have some specific forms of verification, like a utility bill or?
I don't
No, because you could.
Not an
rent
ordinance.
trying to figure out where.
yeah, that's all.
to prove ownership.
Well, it's gonna be the deed. We're gonna
Hey,
have,
you
we
don't
have
have
access to that.
I had issues with this.
Trying to prove primary residence, proof of ownership doesn't do that.
Either the utility bill or anything else. I don't know.
And that's what everybody's using the voter ID card, and I'm like, that is not proof of nothing.
Nope. So, I mean, that's a bridge that he's gonna have to cross.
You know, something else you need to put in here is, I have seen, some of these have disclaimers that inappropriate application, if you lie on it, you are guilty of a.
RSMO,
I
it's
think
in,
I've
it's
seen that
in.
in here.
Yeah, and that's
False
the one-
declaration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Under section 3, Rick, the
The one
very
that-
bottom, false declaration.
Right under where I was talking about.
yeah.
down there at the bottom. 57506.
I just got a real ID and you had to bring a utility bill to prove residency, which is what that section is trying to do. that you're actually living in that house.
Let's.
The DMV also accepts voter notification card as proof of residency.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a
Well,
utility bill with
specified,
6 different addresses.
I see your point, Bruce.
Just-
I mean, we can throw something in there.
I say, it's just a secondary proof of identification and residency, right?
But that would be proof of residency.
Yeah, 'cause it wouldn't have a
Not
picture on
ID,
it,
not ownership. Just that you're paying a bill there, and we assume you live in there. Or a voter registration issues.
I don't know how you prove that it's their primary residence, but I don't think that that's a huge issue.
With us, we can't.
About the voter
With
registration.
elections, we can't. That's why I said the voter notification card is not substantial proof of anything.
Nope.
Let's see, 575-060.
Uh, all done. And those levied by schools, township.
Class B misdemeanor.
Aye.
That's me.
Do it.
The thought trap is
Uh,
Class B misdemeanor.
So what is that?
Tax free.
Slap in the wrist or slap in the face?
No,
Hey.
not even wrist. It's
All
a
right,
stern finger shaking.
do we have anything, tax-free applies to all Allen taxes, including those levied by school, township, fire district, subject to authority granted by law.
Where you at, Jim?
What's the law on that?
Well, the law
This would be
says
the one,
And we can do it?
yes. Any county authorized to impose a tax may grant a property tax credit to eligible taxpayers regarding in such county an amount equal to that taxpayers. It's in here.
but just cite that RSMO, whatever it is that
Yeah,
gives you that.
that's what I was looking for in ours.
The
Oh,
citation.
we need something there.
137,
You'll have to explain.
1050.
So that's what, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause what I'm hearing more and more of is because of this reassessment this year is the big thing, why
I just read
then
that
you wanna
somewhere.
freeze in 2025.
I'm thinking under application process on page 3, you need to make it clearer that they have to apply every year. It's not specifically stated that way.
Put annually. What page is that?
Three.
Page 3.
3,
Applications are due annually by June 30th.
any tax
June
year,
1st, or whatever you
Yeah.
said.
says by any tax year.
Might even need to say something about it needing to be renewed every year.
There's another July 1 in that third bullet point down, Kelly.
On the first page,
Section 3.
oh, I see it.
Oh, no.
And we want that
I'm
June
gonna-
June
30th.
30.
June 30th.
was looking for that. I know, I just read that on some.
What about that one that's on section 5 where it says review applications for completeness and refer to eligible claims to the commission?
Jake says nose goes.
What did you say? What'd she say?
I said, he said nose goes.
Nose
Got
goes.
it.
Well, I think between Scott and my office, we're the ones that review the applications.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
you bring it up
make
to
it
others.
complete, and once
Okay.
they're complete, we refer
To us,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I guess you can do it in mass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that
Because
needed
the
to be
monkeys
on
in there
there.
back, not ours.
Only
That's what
because
it's
you had a
doing.
question mark next to
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
was-
yeah.
So are we
Yeah.
taking that, what are we
I'm
doing?
on.
Does that need to stay in
I
there?
think we should,
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
so you're basically just gonna present them with the same thing, like,
I,
you're not every application, you're gonna present to the commission.
I think in mass, I mean, just a.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we do the bills.
And then, yeah, and
They
you're
all
gonna
pile
sign
in.
off on the stack of them.
Yeah, we'll send a stack, say, Scott and I have gone through these and feel that they're complete. And then these are incomplete, or these are complete and these are incomplete.
Gotcha.
But I don't think we'll bring anything up to you unless it's complete.
you'll probably be able to do that right when they come in, unless they don't have the
Well,
documentation.
but, I mean, we're gonna have to look
Right.
at all the deeds, and we're gonna have to look at
Yep,
all of everything, and then figure out what, I mean, it's the house in 5 acres, and it's up to 5 acres, and it's which
It's the
building.
out of town that's gonna be the more difficult one, it's the in town easy.
They're easy. But I at least like the fact that it's the same as the property tax credit, which most people still don't understand is available to them. If they don't make, the household income is 30,000-ish or less, they're eligible for up to all the taxes back that they pay on their house every year.
And there was a new statute, I don't know if the governor signed it, but they were raising that. But it's-
They should have, a long time ago. They ought to have a
Do I
cost of
raise-
living increase every year. I mean, the same as the CPI number.
So if this gets, and just for my own clarification, if this ordinance goes through and say the commission adopt this ordinance and we are ready to roll by June, whatever, so a month from now, and you put that out there, are you going to start accepting applications then? Okay, I thought that was your intention. So that gives you a full
You mean
year.
You mean next year?
No, I mean now.
I think so. I think we need to start now because,
I think that's where
Probably
the
make it easier.
confusion
You
of
need to
time
start
is.
taking applications.
yeah, start
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
applications now because this year isn't gonna be affected by a rollback or a credit.
But so on the application, it's gonna be,
Oh,
if they're
yeah.
62 next year, anytime next year.
Well, they're freezing this year, so it'd be 2025.
Right, they would have to be eligible this year.
see, this is, they're planning now, like, I don't know,
Well, you can't,
I guess my big thing is
you're freezing it.
what I heard down there,
Freezing
24 is what you
2025.
want.
Yeah.
So, at
And if
2025,
we did,
Right.
which is what it is
kicking
now.
this out, You're all gonna be hammered. Y'all gonna be hammered on this.
Right,
just like.
to apply, they would have until June
I
30th.
Because
I
the
would
reason
love
that's,
to use 24.
I would too.
I don't think
Huh?
that Rick Lynn said that.
Well, we can't even get the software done.
Yeah, that's
No.
the issue.
yeah, but it's not the matter of getting it done, cause you're not gonna be ready anyway until 25 or 26.
I am following your train of thought of if I have them start applying now, I have the paper in front of me. I can look and see what we're going, you don't have to have the tax levy numbers, you have to know, yes, they're eligible, this is what we're taxed,
That's
or
all
this
you
is
do.
what's eligible for the credit. I was thinking the first year, that's gonna give Scott's office extra time as well.
Yeah.
And then after that, at the subsequent years, when they have to reapply, the majority of that work's already it's gonna be the same people reapplying, or there might be, you're not gonna have 2,000 new ones again next year.
No,
So the
that is
load
correct.
won't be there, you'll already have it separated.
So we need to,
So given that extra time right now is important, that's why we need to do it right now, so both
yeah,
of
we need to
them
say,
have
to
time.
freeze 2025, you have to apply by December 31, 2025. And if you're freezing 26, you have until June 30.
Oof.
We need to. We need to give her-
Differentiate.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna happen on the first year because.
Right, and then,
Right,
and
maybe.
that's,
Every
Right.
year it's gonna be June 30.
I was reading that in the statute, and that's why I was asking,
I need to add
because
that.
it says initial credit year, and it does tell you how to do that, and then it says for every subsequent year, then it tells you
But do-
this way.
Couldn't we just accept applications through June 30th next year? Because we're still freezing on 2025 due to the.
Yeah, but if we make it, you have to be 62 this year, so that's a
To
25
freeze 25.
application. You could be 62 next year to freeze 26.
But no, but we're all freezing it at the 25 level, even in 26.
I don't think we need this, I don't think so. I think 26, we need to freeze 26.
Who can we get a hold of to find
27
out?
needs to freeze 27.
You mean
'Cause I mean-
eligible 27ers?
Yeah.
So if you were eligible in 25, you're gonna continue in 2027, you're still at 2025 rates.
Right.
But if you weren't eligible until 2027, your rate's gonna be froze at 2027, and then from there
I
on.
All I'm
thought,
saying is
that doesn't make sense though, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able, what Travis was saying, to go back to 24.
That's right.
I think once you freeze it, like if you freeze it at 25, anybody that comes in in 26 goes back to 25.
Well, it says here that eligible on the time.
Say, they told us.
There needs
Yeah,
to be
because
some-
Take a year to
what,
freeze them
Yeah.
all.
what
That's
Travis,
what
didn't
it
matter
what
said.
about
Travis
the year.
made it
Well,
sound.
this one
They
says
freeze
it's
it
the
that
later,
year, where it's at.
which is gonna be August 28th, 25, January 1st of the year that they became
Changes the
eligible.
housing.
Right.
January 1st of the homestead was purchased. It's the latter of the whole blues.
So in statute, it says, for all other, in the case of a taxpayer that meets all requirements of this subsection prior to the year in which a credit is authorized pursuant to this section, the year in which credit is authorized. For all other taxpayers, the year in which the taxpayer meets all requirements of this subdivision of this subsection. So that's why I was reading it the way Rick was reading it. The year in which the taxpayer meets all
It freezes it
requirements.
that year.
That year. See, I'm trying to figure out what Travis was talking about then.
I'm
Well, I
having,
never can figure out what Travis is talking about.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble with trying to figure out what, because like I say, I know what everybody's saying right now.
That's what
We
I
all
was
put this
reading.
out. Well, I know what.
I want the
them
best
this
deal
year.
Because it
for
tells you this
They
is
done
what you
the-
do the
they
initial
done the
year, and then
rate
after that,
tax
for all,
increases.
the year in which
That's
the
when
taxpayer
we
meets
assess it.
all
That's what they're
requirements.
looking at.
Right.
Because they're looking at it.
But see,
They're getting all
okay,
these
the-
letters
the-
coming in.
the-
Well, you're gonna raise 15%.
The level that we're
Real
setting
profit.
is the value of 2025.
On this homestead.
That's the one, that's the
Well, that's
baseline level.
what everybody's
I
doing.
think that we should
They're gonna come
accept
back and say,
Why didn't
applications
we go to 24?
why didn't you make it
June
June
30th
24?
of
That's
2026.
when, and
to
that's
freeze
when all
the
this
26
started,
taxes
and
back
that's
to
when
this
the
level.
original talked about it. Because it doesn't matter what year,
So it'd
Then whenever
be, you'd be
you freeze
freezing
the tax
25
year,
and 26, or if you're
whenever
eligible
you
in
started,
26, they're getting the
then it
26
goes back.
freeze.
but you
But if
don't
you're
get
eligible-
credit
In
for each
25, you're
year.
getting the
You
25.
just get one.
He's saying
Right,
all of
right.
them are
Whatever the
25.
difference is
Yeah,
what
and
you
then,
got.
and then the next year, if
It's not-
they're
it's not a
eligible in
change.
2027, it's gonna freeze them back to that prior year's level, whatever that was, so it won't go up anymore.
Well, I don't see how it can work
Yeah.
if I don't turn 62 for 20 years and I come and I'm getting 2,000, I mean, that doesn't make
Yeah, no.
sense. I mean, I'm obviously not, my math wasn't matching, but
So in the initial year,
Every individual
If
then's
you
got their
turn-
own initial years.
if you turn 62 or older in 25, you're frozen 25.
yes.
And you're saying to take applications through June, but you still have to be 20.
Well, we're not really gonna be able to do anything until 26 anyway.
Right.
So
Right,
just-
but you can freeze those
It's
25s.
software, on the backside of the software, we.
But it doesn't
freeze
matter
the
what-
rate.
Sure.
Well, if that's the case, why can't you go to 24?
The freeze is
If it's
is
the
that year.
backside.
Doesn't matter when it is. You don't get credit every year. It's whenever you start it.
Well,
And
that's
what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
credit
I
you
don't know if
get.
we can
because
do it that
tax
year.
rates have already
Okay.
basically been,
What?
we would have to, I don't know, that's okay.
Tax rates are set by September 1st.
Yeah.
they'll be
For
out.
26? Or
Every
25,
year.
I mean?
Forever.
25.
Every year, the tax levies, the tax are set, and they have till August 31st or whatever it is, till September 1st.
And I don't have a problem in 26, 70 to 25, but I mean, we can't get it done this year. I mean,
Right.
You're not gonna be done.
there's no
You're
way.
not gonna be ready anyway. No matter what year we use, it doesn't matter.
But you're not
It
gonna
comes
know.
up to
All the
that year,
application
what
process
the
done
taxes
already.
are.
Yes.
The software is even.
Correct.
I think we're
It just be sitting there and the
Killing.
software's done.
Right.
The way I see the application is we put a big O 2025 on the application. Say, this is the year you're froze. And if we make that application only good till December 31, everybody that applies this entire year, even though we don't have the software, they'll be eligible, will be frozen. When that software gets turned on, you'd be sitting there freezing everybody.
But you're freezing the 2026 taxes.
We're freezing 25, and 26 won't go above what 25 is froze at.
Right.
every year
And
you gotta stop
everybody
a
that
new
applies
number.
for 26 will have a 26 application.
Right.
By June 30,
That's the way I see it.
Sounds good, that's fine.
But you're
you
not.
won't have, we can, that'll give us 6 months to get the 26 froze.
So
I
Feel like I observed something, exactly.
what I'm
You know it.
seeing, Rick's saying is if you were eligible in this year, if you were going to be 62 or older by December 31st of 2025, we can freeze you at 2025 rate.
Absolutely.
If on
Not a problem.
January 3rd you turned 62, you weren't eligible for that 2025
But you're
rate.
frozen for the
But you're
next.
frozen for 2026 because that's the year you became eligible.
Okay.
And it's any time that year.
If 25 is going to be our base year anyways, I mean, obviously if you tried to go back to 24, it would change.
Why don't we just go back to
That's your base.
2010?
I think we need to make it 52 and older.
I say year one.
That's fine.
I'm good with that.
I say, I just wanna make sure it's,
Now,
We get the
how are you
best
going
we
to
can
change
for
that
it.
in your
You know.
ordinance, Mark? Did you get all that?
Hope somebody's writing all this
well, I
down.
wrote down some notes, but that
You
last,
got,
who's on first, what's on second?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just, and that's just because Rick and I, we're looking at the backside, not the front side, on how we're gonna get it all done and how it's all gonna lay out.
And I
And
see
we still don't know.
I see some applications that I think are very easy for individuals to fill out,
So there's-
to get the information they need.
yeah.
A copy of the driver's license, that'll give you the date and the residence. If the residence doesn't match your driver's license, then what's going on here, you know? You need to live where you say you live,
Right.
so.
Be better to have a
But a
birth
lot of people don't even have two properties, so that's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not gonna run into all
especially
that.
the senior individuals that need the tax credit probably don't have two properties.
Right, right.
So I guess the way I'm seeing it is December 31st, 2025, anyone eligible will freeze for 2025.
This year only.
Right. Any subsequent will freeze the year they become eligible.
The year they apply.
That will be their,
They become eligible and apply.
that will be their frozen level, whatever that year is.
I think the statute says you can't go back somewhere. You have to apply, the year you apply,
There goes my idea.
the year you apply is your eligibility year.
Yeah, so if I was eligible last year, but I didn't apply for it, that's on me.
Or if you're
That's not on
92
you
and you were
guys.
eligible 30 years ago, you can't go back to that year.
Now, I think what we're gonna try to do, and we'll do, is we will send some kind of a notice on all the real estate tax bills that we send out. So if you truly do live where you say you reside,
You'll get it.
and are eligible, you will have a notice right there.
Okay.
And they'll get that in October.
Is that application something that we can put on our website so that they can have it filled out, ready to go when they come in your office?
Now,
Yeah.
I do know that many of the counties, and there's some exceptions, are having them actually come in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I think that's.
the preferred way to do it.
Come in and fill it out?
or at least bring it in.
Bring it in,
review
fill
We
it out.
can't just send it in electronically.
No.
Oh, yeah, I thought we already determined we couldn't do it
They
electronically.
gotta come in.
Okay,
I think
okay.
so. We won't accept the application by mail or email. It has to
Right.
go.
You have to be in.
And I just think that's a better
Yeah.
way to do it, period.
Definitely.
Apply in person.
But they can have printed off the website,
Yeah,
have
sure.
everything filled out
Oh,
and
yeah.
carry it in.
Hey, it'd be nice to just be able to fill that out on the website and then get it in.
If
Bring your
Cass
papers.
and Benton and some other counties, if they're any indication, it's just gonna be a lot easier if they bring it in or they come in and then we help them fill it out. I mean, a lot of them want help filling it out. They don't wanna figure out and scratch it out. It's just a lot easier because we know what's there. I mean, and that's not everybody, but there were quite a few.
I need to add file folders to my budget.
Lots of,
How many you need?
2,000?
We've got like 2,000 down in this, that you saved from
Yeah.
the school, Rick. You can have those.
Just get it like you want down there.
Where did I see
oh,
that you had a certain amount of time to, so if somebody doesn't get approved, so say,
We got
Find out.
30 days.
okay, is that statute or was that in your ordinance?
That was, well, I think it may be statute, but that's what I think.
If
that
it's incomplete or
Because it says you have to respond to that within so many days. So that's also another task that's gonna be tasked, just I don't know if you've
To
seen
him.
that or not. Right.
So you're saying that if they don't have everything due by July 31st, then they're just out of luck.
Right, but in one, I think it must have been in this ordinance. It said something, if the application wasn't accepted, they would be notified of their denial. So that would be
Huh?
more
That's
on
the
you.
code.
If you see an application, you're like, oh, this one's
Got
not
my jacket?
good,
I got one.
this is wrong, or this is wrong, you have to notify
Sure.
them that their application
I'm,
wasn't accepted.
That's why I think they need to come in.
Come in and do it.
and do it.
Are you gonna review the entire, you're gonna do it as they're here then, so they would know in person?
Yeah, they need to have copies that are requested, like the driver's license and the deed. What else was there?
Okay,
Do they need the deed
real
in?
property occupied by eligible taxpayer.
And
Hey,
their taxes was paid.
Okay.
Do they need to carry the deed in with them? That could be a problem.
I think we could just get a copy.
You should be able to just look it up and see it on that line,
You looked up-
because that,
The deeds are used.
I've got them all.
yeah, like I say, when you bring it up, you'll have the deed right.
That big giant cabinet that weighs 4,000 pounds.
I think
Yeah.
part of the file that we need to have the completed application, a copy of their driver's license. or
Yeah.
Passport, whatever. Probably a copy of the deed and
That's where you're
a
gonna,
copy of their paid
I'm
taxes.
telling you,
under section
that's gonna be a
5,
big problem.
the last, it says applicants denied the tax credit may appeal in writing to the county commission or its designee with 30 days of notice of denial. So I just wanna make sure that that needed to be in there, cause I was
Where'd
seeing
she
that
read
as you
that?
have to
I would-
notify them
where'd she
either in
read that?
writing
I
or
would
something
think-
in denial, and that's.
Oh, no,
what
no,
we're-
that's in my.
In your deal, okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. See, I was trying to find
Is that
out the
next?
ordinance, just,
Okay.
I mean, other than
That's what I
that,
was looking
I mean, it actually looks pretty good. I mean, with the exception of a few dates and Rick and I being on the same page. We're all.
Page 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's certainly doable. I just, it's hard for me to tell if it's gonna be a small burden or a big burden.
I think the first year will be a big burden on our offices.
I think each year will get easier, but I think
Sure.
the first
Well,
year.
because we're only gonna be adding a couple of hundred, 200.
Right. I think, but if you go ahead and do something now instead of continuing to wait, that's gonna give you guys more time to get it lined out, applications received, so they're not all in here in that same time period. It's gonna- I mean, you're gonna have a rush anyways. And you don't want that during tax collection time. So
Yeah.
continuing to push this off is not a good
This
choice.
year will be challenging.
that's why I was curious about the dates, on how it'd work out for you guys.
Mhm.
There's never a good date to get a collector. They're always wanting to collect.
Always want to collect, huh?
We only collect what
Uh,
she sets the levy to and he assesses.
Been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Collect the treasure.
Well, if this is kind of the form you're looking at, I'll put an application together, let you guys look at it, tear it apart, redo it.
But it's,
I don't know if we want to put the application in the tax bill, but we'll put some kind of a notice of some kind that this is available.
and you have somewhere, some kind of database that can help you determine who you think is eligible, correct? Somehow. I mean, I've heard that from lots of people that there's something somewhere that
Where we can
helps
find that.
identify people for.
It's got their birthdays and,
We did it on their assessment form, their dating.
Nobody can probably do that.
I don't have anything.
That would probably be, but that would make a change to your system.
Well, but mine's already getting changed. I mean, it's already has to be changed.
Does it have a place now in your system for the date of birth? You just don't collect it? No.
I don't think I have.
Well, as the county clerk, I can get in voter registration, but that's not always accurate either.
Correct. But I mean, we're just looking for any way to identify people who we think might be eligible and send
Right.
a card out.
Right.
saying,
I mean,
look,
I was just
that's,
gonna send a card to everybody this first year, every real estate bill.
that might be easier. If you meet these criteria, please.
You have an opportunity to.
and stick it in every single one so you
And
don't
I
miss
think-
any.
and I think
That's smart.
I won't put it in the personal property.
Right,
bill,
just
but
the real estate.
real.
But I also think that you also need to put on that card, if you think about it at the time, not only that, but the second one is the Missouri property tax credit that everybody's already been eligible for, and we don't get nearly the response that some of the other counties get. People are not utilizing that.
Yeah, we need to get
And
that
that
out
is
there. I
really
haven't heard
people
that.
who
I never heard of
yeah,
are the most,
It's called a circuit breaker.
needy.
I've heard circuit breaker. Bruce has
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah,
circuit breaker. I didn't realize that was the same thing.
It is, and
Okay.
but it's a sliding
It's not-
scale, and I mean, we have lots of people that get almost everything back. You know, they pay $700 or $800 or $900, and
I think it's even eligible for renters,
it
You
is,
can get a credit
and mobile
for
homes.
And disabled.
not necessarily.
This is the
So
circuit
it's just
breaker,
like a
right?
lack of knowledge that people aren't, I mean, they don't know that that's out there.
It's a much better program.
Can one use both programs?
Yes,
Yes.
but it's gonna help, I mean, if your taxes are frozen and you're eligible for the other one, then it's gonna be less of a refund, but you pay less. I mean, that's how that works.
Good with the bad, bad with the good. kind of thing.
Well, I mean, but it really helps, especially the ones on the lower end that need it the most, the fixed income, the
Right.
widows or
Yeah.
widowers and stuff like that. I mean, I see it many times every year, and it's, you know, when I know that they're living on $500 or $600 or maybe $700 a month, and that's it, and they're paying $1,000 a year for their
That'll help
taxes.
out Miss,
Yeah, Carol.
Miss Carol this morning, yeah.
And I'm almost certain that I read that they're raising the payout for that.
That's
Well, they just need to-
Senate Bill
I thought there was something about
They just need to raise
55,000 or
House
something.
plus
like that.
1050.
Redo the chart. I mean, the chart's been there for 15 years and it never goes up. You know, everything's gone up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
1050.
And I guarantee you, from when I was in
1050.
Jefferson City and the budget was 30 billion,
House
and
Bill
now it's
1050
50 billion.
is one of the bills that's trying to raise. the
They got a lot
counties.
more
There's some
money.
other
They should
problems
be,
with it.
they have a big surplus every year, which I know they need to stick some away for a rainy day, but they also need to be funding these bills that are, anyway.
They don't take care of the counties too well.
And they don't take care of the people who need it most.
They-
Right.
And that's called the property
Like the
tax.
PTC, Missouri PTC, property tax credit,
That's the official name.
it is the circuit
It's
breaker.
known by the circuit breaker.
Missouri
And if you go to Missouri PTC,
property.
it'll pull it up and it'll be under the forms, and it shows every year's forms. You can print out the whole packet, which we do.
Mhm.
And we have quite a number of people that come in every year, and we assist them in filling it out,
They can get.
or
that
fill it
done.
out for them, whichever the case may be.
Scott, they can get that done for free at the soonest.
Yes,
I know,
But
because
they-
I do them.
but they don't even, but they, a lot of people still don't even know.
I
that.
know, a lot of people don't know about it.
You know, I think I remember when this first
PTC,
happened, there
wasn't
was a few
PTC,
that
yeah.
would come in asking about it, but
That's
not
all.
many. Christian said they can get information at the senior center.
And they can go back at least, I think they can go back 2 full years, this year plus 2 before,
Yeah.
if they qualify, and they can get it back for the years past too, and they need to do it.
It's on gross income? Is that base?
Yes, but it's, I mean, it says on the form what's eligible, and
I'm just
they
wondering.
know more about it than I do. Because I'm not really supposed to do it, but we do it.
The current circuit breaker is income based. It's 34,000, 30 for single.
Okay.
None of that's been adjusted since 2008 when I first initiated it. It's not tied to inflation,
Which it should be.
it was a hard number. House Bill 1050 is attempting to address a lot of those issues. There are other bills, but they tend to only address some of the issues. What I read, 1050 is trying to go after all the problems.
They have 3 more days to get it all lined out.
But they're not getting it. If it's not done, it's not
in the
getting done.
house. It's not going anywhere. It
There
doesn't
was
even
a
hit the
couple
floor.
bills.
It's done.
Is there other bills?
There are some Senate bills and other House bills, but
Okay.
at the time that I looked at this, HB 1050 was the only one that addressed all the problems with the circuit breaker. The cap limitations need to be raised, the sliding scale itself, the steps, they wanted to increase those, so you're eligible longer, because I step out of it, just from an increase in social security. Also what was the other stuff there? Oh, they were wanting to fix it to inflation.
It doesn't get anything to do with that. It's to inflation.
That's what they should have done in the first place.
And that's
instead
what
of
they
this
should have
monster.
done. They shouldn't have wasted their time. on one.
Anything else for us?
Well,
Do your thing. Let us have a copy of it, and then we'll make it work.
okay.
Actually, I think, I mean, I really do. I think it's a good thing. And especially because it very gradually goes in.
Sounds to me like that property tax credit thing would be more helpful.
Hey.
For the folks that this
Sorry.
one's going to help the most.
I mean, this one's gonna help a lot.
Everybody says, but that's not what
Plus, you
everybody
don't have
wants.
to sign up for
They
anything.
want their 190 right now.
You don't have to fill
That's
out any
what insurance
forms. You just go to the senior center, they'll do your taxes for you, all of your taxes. And
I'm 55, will they do it for me?
no,
What is the age requirement at the senior center to do that?
60.
Thank you. Remember, we're on live, so.
Circuit breaker is 60, not 62.
55 with the senior center?
That's what you're supposed to be.
I go anyway,
I'm
I'm chicken
almost
dinner. Feel like it sometimes.
Well, now there's gonna be a raise in the years, you know.
I'm already 8 years old.
A lot of them don't retire until 67 now. Some of them's going up. All right. Sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And if there's anything I can help you do with implementing this,
What? She's gonna be at the food.
It's on
and I mean
recording.
it.
I think this first year is gonna be,
All hands on
That'd
deck.
be the hardest. Okay.
so once we get through with it,
I mean, I don't wanna be in charge of anything, but I'll help you.
we'll learn these new processes and next year.
Sure.
That's good. Okay, yes.
I have payroll.
Yep, all right.
Out of curiosity, we're gonna try to find out about anything for possible use in 24, or is that just off the table?
We could call Travis, I guess.
I'll tell you what, I just know that
Coming
was said.
from. I know,
guess
he
the way I look
said
at it, the way I look at it, if you look at that, they can look at that anytime they want. And then you just look for another, it doesn't matter.
I just don't want it to be an option and possibly help more people
Yeah.
better
See,
and
that's
not
what,
be able to, you know.
Which, and the reason I understood it wasn't going to be an option was because the implementation of the new
That's all I've
Program.
understood too.
Yeah.
right.
was not going to be able to do that. Like, they would have to go back and put in all past information or something
But-
that they wouldn't have in 2025 if they put it in this year or whenever they get to it. It would be current instead of going back and putting in information from the past.
Yeah, but
That's the way
you,
I see it.
all you look at is what was, at that time, what were your taxes?
Well,
And then-
that's easy
then
for
it's
us to
current.
say, but we don't run that program and we
This
don't.
current,
know
no,
what
no,
it
I'm,
looks
That's a
like.
good point. That's a
I don't know
really good
anything
point.
about the program, right?
That's what I'm
That's where it
saying.
gets in
I
there.
can't say
I'm
do
just
it
saying.
this way or that way because I don't know what it looks like.
See, that,
Right.
well,
You're
that's
right.
what made me wonder, if they're able to go back to 24, then why would you not, and hear me out. Seems like, okay, so we set this, and we set our date at 24. That's what it is. That's what it's, like, we've set it at. So then it should be 24, I would think, for everybody going forward. I mean, how can you do it in one situation, but you're not gonna do it every place else?
The only-
That's why I asked that, but I understand what you're saying. If you
Yeah.
go in 27, then you're gonna go for 26. If you sign up in 28, you're gonna get for 27.
Right.
But you're
And
gonna
I
be doing
mean,
a
I
lot of
think
people
that's-
anytime.
Yeah,
All the people that have birthdays.
That's
gonna
in,
change every year.
that's in the statute that, that's why I questioned it because it looks to me like it says the eligible, the year they become eligible. So
Eligible.
that doesn't mean that they could go back. I think what the 24 thing is all of these people who were already eligible in 24.
They're wanting a credit, and there's no credit to be given.
Well, it is a credit. This whole thing is a credit.
Yeah,
It's a
but
credit.
what I'm saying, from there to here, it's
Okay.
from here.
We've already collected taxes for 24,
right.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So if we set our base as 24,
You're
we're
gonna
gonna
have to
be
give
writing checks back to taxing entities, 100 and whatever we have. And where are we going to get that
I see.
from?
Right.
Okay.
That
Hey,
makes sense.
Does that make sense? I mean, does that, if I'm looking at my own checkbook, that's how I have to make it make sense.
well,
And I say, oh, I've
guess
gotta pay
I-
Jake back that money he lent me in 2024 because
Well, I
That
wish you
might not
wouldn't
be in
have
my
said
budget.
that, you
But-
know, because
Yeah.
it made it confusing on our end, hearing
Well,
that, thinking, but I mean,
this was not well thought out. There was
the whole deal's not
a
well
good
thought out.
idea,
It's gonna
They
be
should
a
have
problem for
gave
us.
direct bullet points of this. You can't have 118 counties doing 118
Different things.
And then people calling in and saying, well, my so-and-so in Benton
Yeah.
County gets this and that, it's just impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that lady that was in here was saying that Benton County put a income cap.
Yeah,
There's nothing
All
in the
right.
statute that says there's
Uh,
an income cap. In fact, it says you cannot
okay.
require
I-
any other eligibility than what's in the statute.
Statute.
oh, shoot, I had Benton County's up here. I didn't see anything
So either
in
she
it about it.
misunderstood something, or they've
No.
done something they shouldn't have.
And that's it. There's
Um,
because you can't go from grandma, talk to your sister who lives in Cass County and expect the same exact thing in Benton County. I mean, you just
Mhm.
can't. So there's a lot of confusion and they just,
Well, the statute allows for implementation up to each county, so you're gonna get Heinz 57.
yeah, there needed to be, this is how you do it, this is the way it needs, this is when it's set, this is when you gotta pass it.
Well, they probably had a good idea until they started
Yeah.
thinking about the whole picture, you know? And then they just couldn't put everything in it for one because one's not gonna work for the other county. It could, should, but it doesn't. There you go, Jim.
I have sales tax numbers
Um,
too that's come in, but no computer. I'll send them to you as soon as I get them in, but it looks like they're down everywhere in our sales tax money. Hopefully that picks back up this summer. Ooh, it's great. Hello, sir.
let's see.
I think it says what it does, it doesn't mention what it doesn't, but it mentions what it does. The tax freeze applies to all ad valorem, I don't know what that word means, taxes, including those levied by schools, townships, and fire districts, subject to authority granted by law. What does that mean?
I want, okay. Mark's not here today, is he? Is he in training
No.
today? Huh?
He's not.
Okay, do we have?
Mm-hmm. Right. Do you have your ordinance, did you keep it? It's on section 2, tax credit authorization, it's on the very bottom part. And I looked up the ad valorem taxes, fancy
Okay.
the term there, and it just says taxes based on assessed value of property items.
Latin.
Okay, alright, thanks.
I thought you could look it up too. It's Latin.
Well, he was concerned that in this, because it doesn't apply to the state
Yeah.
tax or the,
You can't take the state tax,
Right.
and you can't take the well,
Blindness.
the blind something.
and
right.
like a debt service
Yeah.
wouldn't apply either if a school has a debt service levy, it wouldn't apply.
Okay,
I thought of a question as well. Didn't they say this applies to renters?
No, this
no,
does
that
not.
is,
That's just circuit
That's
breaker?
that's a Missouri PTC.
Okay, okay.
That applies to it.
And disabled.
And disabled.
Circuit breaker. Okay,
Any age.
Okay.
that's good news.
Mark, if you'd wanna
All right.
send me that, document in a Word document, I would appreciate it. Maybe we can get some of these changes in there made and get a little better rough draft by the next time we meet,
Okay.
if my computer works.
Oh, yeah, your computer's not working.
Leesville receives, marine
Yeah,
tax.
marine tax.
And so they bring a report in showing what they've spent that, or so that they can get
Yeah,
their marine
they have
tax.
to.
So they
Yeah.
brought that in while I was up there, Amy brought it
Yeah.
in, so. It doesn't, I guess you don't have to sign anything, just review it, I guess.
Most of them's yours.
Hmm?
I think most of them, Jake's.
What?
The marine tax. Most of
Yeah, and
I think
doesn't
so.
doesn't Leesville get the most, of that anyway, or is it Leesville or is it Bethlehem?
One of the two, pretty close.
I thought Leesville got the most,
I
but
think,
Randy
I
wasn't
thought
sure.
they did, but I don't know for sure.
I think they probably got the most roads that end in water for like a boat ramp or whatever, so. And then they got 100 roads that goes all the way from 7 all the way to it.
Well, do you know who's supposed to be here tomorrow, the people?
My understanding it will be Evergy.
Evergy is Chuck Grizzly?
I don't know if it'd be Chuck or somebody that Mark's been dealing with. Chuck, I had talked to Chuck, I know Chuck wanted to come in, but I'm not, I haven't heard back from him.
Okay, and then Melissa Bagley, is EPA? You know?
I haven't talked to her.
I'll tell
I
you
know
what.
EPA's coming, I know DNR's coming.
Yeah,
He sent an email.
Actually, the water guy,
did you talk to Dan?
I think he's a younger guy, he was up at Whiteman at one time.
Yes,
He's
that's
a
Dan.
super good guy.
Oh, and he's a sharp as tack on, he
yeah.
knows, he done a lot of, back when they.
He said he
really
had
had
another
some
issue
critical
that he
stuff.
was telling me about.
Yeah,
Tim, this is terrible, I just forgot his name.
Good guy on the spot.
Who's our saying that?
Jim Caberlow.
oh,
Jim.
Jim
I think
Carlo,
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Jim's coming.
alright,
This room ain't gonna be big enough, guys.
We're going on the third floor.
what?
Third floor?
That's what Mark put in the,
It's
Email.
commissioners, supposed to be in the commissioners, unless he changed it.
he changed it late Friday evening, turning out of the office.
Yeah.
yada, yada, yada.
I think he has it wrong.
And I think
They have a
it's,
jury trial going
I
on
was
on the
gonna say,
circuit court.
it's supposed to be here.
It's supposed to be here.
And I don't
didn't get
know,
anything back.
honestly,
Well,
because I will tell you, just so you know, I put out on my Facebook, that
Oh.
everybody was coming, blah, blah, blah. It
Well, we have
had
to
to be
post
open to
it
the
as a-
public,
but-
but I requested that
they can.
people don't like, if 100 people shows up here and tries to
Yes.
speak, we're not gonna find out what we're needing to find out.
The only thing
So-
people's gonna speak
Agreed.
tomorrow is those people
Yeah,
there.
I wanna
saw
hear
that
what
there would
they
be no
have
I'm
to
not,
say.
public
I don't want
comment.
anybody,
Yeah.
and I would just soon have it, if
We
we
need to get the
stream it,
information.
they can watch it on their phone,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
outside, sit out in
Yeah.
the hallway. They can do wherever they want. But the big thing is, for us, we need to get focused on what we're talking about,
Hear
what they're
what they-
talking about, and know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, hear
And
what they have to
If
say.
that's the case, and I'm more interested in what they're saying than, 100 and some people showing up.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that's gonna be but the only way I know to do it is we do it here, we're gonna stream it. It's working all right, isn't it?
Put the KDKD
Okay.
announcement in.
Pardon?
Not me.
Have you seen the KDKD announcement?
I did see the
I
KDK
didn't.
announcement, but I didn't do it.
You need to see it, because it explains exactly what you're talking about.
I seen it.
Hey, Kelly.
So,
He did put in his email that meeting's been moved up from the basement up to the third floor.
It should say
Let me see
second
that.
floor.
It clearly says that the minions aren't gonna be able to talk.
That may came off of my Facebook, because I put
I
out
bet it
there.
did.
I bet it
I didn't
did.
look,
I
I
put it
didn't
out
see
there.
the Facebook.
I mean, I don't have it's one thing if like 10 people show up and somebody asks one question, as long as they're not belligerent and it's just, I wanna know what they have to say.
Right.
That's then we go
That's the
from there.
purpose of this meeting, you can have a
Okay.
meeting later
Yeah.
on.
That's really what it's saying.
That's
And-
probably.
And there's
off of
nothing
mine.
bad.
Jim, can you sign Dennis's timesheet for me,
I
please?
thought I already signed one for him.
Unfortunately, I can't come.
I don't know, that one's his and it's not
Deal with my
signed.
dad's
When
estate
who's
tomorrow.
outside?
Please sign it.
This is off of mine, yeah, that's mine.
So, he's
That's
got
off of my
your-
Facebook.
Bradley Adams.
Yeah.
Who the hell's Bradley
I
Adams?
kinda just.
Oh, he's our new guy.
We just did it, but I figured we wanted to hear it again.
I thought it sounded dense.
Dennis signed his timesheet for him because I think he's out.
What it says.
So you lost me. I caught in on the last bit of your all's conversation.
I'm so
Put it
gone.
on my
Yeah.
Facebook. That was very
Strike my name off of that.
bad.
It's fine.
Just copied it.
As long as it's signed by somebody,
Yeah.
that's all the,
All right.
I don't wanna get in trouble for.
Anyway, that's my theory. That's what we're gonna have to do. That way we know what we're listening to.
Right, right.
And I don't want,
If the public wants to question
Thank you,
them,
Bruce.
Yeah.
we can do what we did last time. This is kind of for us.
that's a different
now.
deal. As far as I'm concerned, and Evergy have a deal, and they
Right.
can put it out to
Let
the
them
I
do
public.
think Evergene is the,
Yeah.
That's who
Stand
needs
on
it.
their own feet
They
right
need to
now.
be out
That's
there,
it.
and
There you go.
they will do the talking. We don't need to be involved in that. We can, I don't wanna be there, but I don't think it's something we need to be involved in.
Right, right.
I just wanna
Let
listen.
let them
It's
do
kinda
it.
like a lot of things, we need to listen more than people talking. And this deal tomorrow, I wanna hear what they got to say, get everybody on the same boat. You know, cause I don't know everything if everything's done the way. I don't know enough about it, I'm not a chemist, I don't claim to be, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some questionable issues,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I have
So
a
anyway,
question for you
yes.
as the commission. We did get billed from the company when we got our tax results.
That
and
goes to-
it's almost $37,000.
yeah,
I was hoping Chuck would be here tomorrow and I could talk to him. I've got his phone number if not, I was just hoping.
I was
he
gonna
would be
say,
here tomorrow.
yeah, I can give you his email too.
I would rather Evergy pay that straight than me pay that, because we don't have that budgeted in our fund, which, I mean,
and
it's
when you get
there.
paid back, it doesn't go
Yes.
back into your budget.
well, no,
Right, it goes
It
back in.
goes into next
It
year.
doesn't go back into the same
Yeah.
line, it goes into next year's budget. So if
That's
I
the
pay
problem.
that, we're $37,000
Over budget.
over our budgeted, items. And then, yes, Evergy reimburses us, but that doesn't hit until next year's budget
Right.
again.
You want me to call Chuck?
That's
'Cause I've been
completely up to
dealing
you.
with- Yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with him. I
Yeah,
can call him
I'm
and
fine
tell
with
him.
that. I would prefer that Evergy pay that invoice direct
Mhm.
than to run it through our budget since it's
That
unbudgeted.
they
We
didn't
can
even
just-
get it mailed
we
to
can
them.
email it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
I ain't got a problem getting it to him.
No,
I was just gonna talk to him. I figured
Yeah.
he'd be here tomorrow, but if
and
you
he
wanna call
may.
him, that'd be great. I mean,
I'll try calling him.
I
when get
can
back.
email it to him today. I can do whatever. I just would really like that to not hit our budget.
Yeah, it was actually cheaper than what they told us. It was gonna be like 42,000.
Oh, yeah, it was
I thought it
36
was-
something.
37 something.
It was 36 something. There's 36 and some dollars.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite
See,
37.
I think we got an email.
Yeah, we got it, Bill.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The email's on there. Anyway, that'd be the best way, we'll just have him pay it.
I would really like that not to hit our budget. I mean, if that's an option.
Chris from ours, who did ours, Sunbelt, yeah.
Yeah.
He's either gonna be here, or he said he would call in in case there was any questions for him or
Yeah.
whatnot. So,
So is it this room? We're having it here?
It's where it's
Yep.
supposed to be. I don't know where you
Yeah,
have the third
we're gonna have
floor.
it here, and yes, they maybe, Jim Carvalho will be here and we'll send him.
For the basement dweller, this is the third floor.
Okay.
So there you go. So anyway, no, I'm not gonna get involved in the judges stuff,
Well, I was a little bit surprised, but I thought, okay.
because that's where, and a lot of people, that's going, and I can't help it, but we need to be focused on.
I actually don't think there'll be a whole lot of people,
Well,
because I know most of the lawyers have told everybody,
But we're not gonna
don't say
be,
anything.
we're not gonna
Right,
have
yeah.
a bunch of chairs set up, because you can't get everybody in here.
Yeah, no.
Period.
I'll pull the two back out of the closet.
Okay. But that way we'll get everybody covered, and then we'll hear what they got to say and know what's going on.
Yep.
Okay. And Kelly, I
Yes,
can't
sir.
lie, I found my dead peach.
You found your front page.
Why would you?
Well, I knew I didn't just make mine happen.
Oh, Kelly, do you need these back?
Yes.
Here you go. That's actually a really good deal
All right.
for
Hmm?
him. That
I'm gonna pull my deck page over.
ring.
Do you want to try to call John
John
Fritz
Fritz,
again?
I'll try to call him again.
Call him home number or business?
Huh? I got his cell, 351-0389, I think it's his call.
Probably working.
Oh, wait a minute, here, 660-3403-87, I got 87, got 89 here. Are you 89? Where'd you get this number?
I got him on here still.
He didn't get that
Yep.
number.
Hold on.
Paula gave me that number.
Oh, well then, that's probably what needs to happen.
Hello?
Oh, John?
Yes,
Hey, this is Jim Stone, Henry County, Presiding Commissioner. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. We're in commission meeting, and Kelly, it's come across us that we never did reappoint you to the Senior Citizens Board.
Okay, now you're breaking up.
All
I
right.
can barely hear you.
All right, I'll tell you what, can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. We realized that we didn't get you reappointed to the Senior Service Board, Senior Citizens Board. And would you go ahead and take it again? Paula said she would.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted to double check. We'll try to get you appointed today then.
Okay, how long is that appointment?
It's for 4 years.
What, has it been 4 years?
Yes.
No.
Let's see,
Not
did
quite.
you come in for somebody else, I wonder? Part
Yeah,
of,
I probably did.
I think that could have happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 years he's been.
Okay. All right, well, anyway, this will be a 4-year term.
Okay, well, absolutely.
Okay, John. Well, thank you very much.
Okay,
All right.
thanks for the call.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we appoint him.
I'll second that one.
motion been made and seconded. Appoint John French to the Senior Citizens Service Board. Voice roll call.
Yes.
Mark?
Jake, yes.
Jake? Jim, yes. Motion carried.
I already typed it up exactly like.
Oh, God dang it. That's not
Here
bad.
you go, in case you need these. I had to be different than you guys.
I'm glad.
Nine.
Because having all of them the same color is so confusing.
Who's.
Well,
Thank
you know, me and pink, we got a thing, so.
Yeah, pink works.
Well, that works. Hey, that's
You
a
know
lot
which one's
better.
mine.
I need more than that, Kelly. Here.
Is he scented?
No, but that's a good idea for the next time. My,
Give me,
Snuggle.
cause I go,
Pink's gonna
hey,
be
you
my
give me more than
campaign
that.
you need more than that?
People come in and I give them your enough. I usually give them the clerks. I didn't have to Rick, I'll just hand his to it. Works out a lot quicker. Cause that's where they need the email first and then you'll send it on to us.
Kelly, was you wanting the,
I don't need them back. Those are Rick sent up here for samples. I don't need them back. So we're not meeting Thursday.
No,
Tuesday I will be gone. So Amy will be up here.
how about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be here.
Okay, that's the most important.
You think? I'm worried about Chuck's gonna come up hopefully and help, remember he won't come up, he'll come on and get the live stream going for Amy Tuesday, so we won't miss doing any of
All right.
that.
Okay.
Right, Chuck? Yeah, he's watching, I'm sure. I do have a new hire and she starts the 22nd, so the next Thursday, so we'll probably be,
All right,
I can get out of here
can you give me
Thursday.
a name?
Yeah, her name's Rebecca Dempsey.
Rebecca Ditch.
Yeah, she currently works at the health department.
Oh, she does, okay. Well, I'm glad you got that.
this Thursday or next Thursday? Thursday, you said.
Next Thursday, the 22nd.
Ah, that's great.
She had to give notice, and
Of course.
she was gonna be able to start Monday, but I'm gonna be at conference, and I didn't wanna strap Amy with a new person and the office by herself, so I'm just gonna have her start on the 22nd. I
That'd be
understand
great.
that's before Memorial Day, but I've been without an employee long enough, I don't care that we're on her holiday.
She needs to start.
No, I agree completely.
Okay.
Yeah, I had 22 applications.
Wow.
22.
And you put that over on Indeed.
I did put it on Indeed.
That's really good.
Yeah, for a free ad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think then pretty well lined up for tomorrow. That's at 10 o'clock up here, the way I understood.
Yep.
I'll be up early. When we get everything set, make sure. Get her, and, cause Mark will be here tomorrow, and I think.
Yeah.
He go,
He texted me and asked if we were still in meeting, and I told him yes. I didn't know. I thought maybe he was gonna pop by.
Oh, he's in town?
I don't know if he is or if he's just getting back in town and tried to catch. I don't know. He texted and asked if we were still in the meeting, and I told him yes. And he never responded.
I figured he was on his way back.
Let me call him. Can you call him?
Either one.
Go ahead, if you're on.
I'm going to clear the messages on this phone.
I've been. Yeah.
Let's do this text message.
What are you doing? You doing what?
This thing just said there was 35 new messages
barely.
on this phone.
Are you on your way? Oh, are you on your way back? Oh, okay, okay. Well, I saw you called and Jim asked, we're still
Hey.
sitting here. Jim asked me
Hey,
where you were, if I'd talk to you.
If-
So if you're eating lunch and still there, you won't be heading back for a while. Well, we don't need you then. Keep eating. Uh-huh.
Does he know the people's coming tomorrow?
Hey, hang on. I'm gonna put you on speaker, because that's actually a Kelly question. Hang on.
It's okay, I was just checking your 35
Mark?
messages.
Mark?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Oh wait, Chris Schaefer with Sunbelt, he's our guy. And then he has a rep from Tech Labs, the ones that actually did the lab that actually did our testing, got the results. They both want to be able to call in, or I don't know if we can set up a Teams meeting and have them call in tomorrow, or how to go about that.
I think we can.
They can't be here in person, but they both want to be here on the meet. They want to both be here on phone.
Okay.
Okay,
Hang on a second.
Mark, I will get with you and set up a Teams meeting. I do have Teams, so we should be able to do that.
Okay. I have Chris's email address. He's given me he's getting the information. He's going to send it to me for the Tech Lab
Okay,
person who wants to be on the call. Their rep.
sounds good.
So I will get all that sent over as soon as I get it. Yeah, we'll be done with class around 2.
Hey, Mark,
Yes.
could you send me an email with all the people that's gonna be here tomorrow?
Yep, sure will.
I sure appreciate it.
You should have it in your email. I sent one out Friday.
Was it the late Friday one, Mark?
Yeah, the late Friday has everybody that's going to be there.
Hey, Mark.
Plus, well, we had to add one because the Tech Labs, they want to be there.
There it
They
is.
want to be on the call too now.
DNR, EPA, DHSS, Evergy.
Will you ask him if he'll email it to Amy as well as me since I'm having
Hey,
problems?
Mark, when you email Kelly, email it to Amy too, because Kelly's having computer problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay?
As soon as Chris gives me that email address, I'll get it all sent over.
All right.
All right, thank you all.
Hey, Mark,
Hang on.
Henry County samples. Listen.
So you got DNR, EPA, DHSS, Evergy, Alliance Water, State Rep Jim Cavalo, and us. And then the Tech Lab.
I didn't even get the email.
Sunbelt Tech Labs.
Sums up Tech Labs.
Mark?
I'm looking to see if you're on the list. You're on the list.
Well, where in the hell? What you got for the email address?
Jim
Henry County Como?
didn't show up.
That was Friday.
Doesn't.
Mine.
Jim PC at Yahoo.
Oh,
Too many things going on.
You got
you got
Jim's
the wrong
wrong.
address.
You got Jim's wrong email.
Forward this to you.
Oh, I sent it to his old one, didn't it?
Yep.
That's why.
I've been wondering why I'm.
Take.
I just type in Jim and then so I'll make sure I put it. Yeah.
Yes,
That's my fault.
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
I just didn't miss that.
That's
He
my
said he was
fault.
gonna send
I'll
it.
make sure it goes to the new email address.
All right, thank you.
All right, go back to
All right.
eating.
Go
All
back
right,
to
thank you.
See ya.
Food's cold
I
now.
tell you what, I may be the problem, but because I called him last week, and
Missed
I
it.
said, give me a call, and that was Friday. He never did call. I thought, well, he'd call me over the weekend. He didn't call me then. I thought, me and him gonna have a set here. I don't call just to be forced around. I wanted to get information. I wanted to get everything kind of straightened out.
Me too.
Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome.
All right.
Just in case you needed it sooner than.
Well, I can get in my email up here. I wasn't able to downstairs, so, but.
Okay. Well, my battery stayed up.
So the only thing the only one doesn't show is the Tech
Tech
Lab
Lab in Sunbelt.
in Sunbelt.
Just right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Should have asked him
10,
if he talked to the
11.
third floor.
Oh,
How many you got?
12.
yeah, never thought about that.
And you're looking
No
at
worries.
12
I know
to
we
13
talked-
people
we
just
talked about
on
Right here.
here.
We're gonna have to have we're gonna scoot that table up, don't you think?
We got 13 chairs in here right now.
That's all they can come in.
Standing room only.
Take a number. I mean, we're gonna have to, like I say, just,
Well, Dennis came in and moved his chair over to the wall out from out the
Instantly.
camera. And I told him, I
Both
moved those
those
chairs
things
for
down
a
the
reason.
floor.
He said, I didn't see a sign that said I couldn't, so guess what's gonna be on that wall next time he comes in? Sign
Put
that
it on
says,
each chair.
please do not move chairs in the office.
did you need
He's
that?
watching.
Did you need
Oh,
that?
yeah, he knows.
He knows, yeah, cause I gotta let him know.
All right, we need to write them a letter,
That's everything.
and then,
As far as I know.
if I got everybody's, I'll try to get that, cause we need to have it, I wanna make sure we have everybody down that's here.
Yeah.
If you send me something or you're
And call
asking me
in.
something and you don't hear from me, give me a little ring-a-ding-ding, cause I don't know if my computer's gonna work.
You're ringing it,
So-
so we're,
Just call me old school.
call on the phone,
Call me on the
Roll
phone
down
if
the
you,
window, yell out.
if you don't get a response from me,
All
you
right.
need one, because
uh,
Chuck's diligently working on it.
okay.
I have a computer question.
You might not wanna ask me right now.
If I send you that word
Mhm.
and I go ahead and like send it now, when your computer starts, it will come through, won't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
and,
as soon
and
as I can get to my
I kinda gave
email.
away my
Which is
knowledge
weird.
of computers there, but,
if you done it in Word, she'll be able to fix everything.
yeah, yeah.
Cause you got 365, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I can't, I don't know what I got right now, but yeah, I can get a Word document open. But he had my
Well-
email working before I came up here this morning down there, so I should be good, but I just can't make any guarantee.
No problem.
Who's gonna make a motion to close this thing?
Okay, do I entertain a motion to close?
I'll entertain it.
I'll second it.
Motion been made, second to close the meeting, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.